those fucking jacks on Jose's computer just fried. They're just bullshit. So. Yeah, no worries. So yeah, I'm gonna hook up with a USB mic this week, and we'll have that going for us.
Everything is right. Just nothing's fucking reading.
Yeah, I got just a gang of them.
All right. Well, let me grab my phone charger real quick, so that I have the phone plugged up for the whole 2 hours, so it doesn't drop battery on me. Yeah, that's what I've always used. So that's all I got. It's either that or.
And if it's good enough for Dre, it's good enough for Jose.
That's right. Yeah, and I figure between if he's got those Beats headphones and we throw a USB mic on there next week, I think we'll be in good shape. But yeah, it's not insurmountable. Like it's totally fine. Like
we can deal with it.
Yeah, it's just like some light sound waving every now and again. Sure. No, it really doesn't.
No.
Well, I hope this week's opening song is pushing it to the limit.
I sent you 3 things. Did I get them? I'm about to say motherfuck. I was working so fast. Normally, I do this kind of thing on a Monday, but I forgot that Nicole was going out on the Tuesday. So I'm like, fuck. Yes. We do? Okay, you're asking me.
He's asking you.
Okay. Oh, we actually do. Yes. Yes, we do. Okay, let me forward that to you.
To the limits. Boo! It's from. I think it was from Scarface.
Yeah. Just take it from the limit. Yeah.
Limit. It was like the montage of Tony Montana taking over. But it was on one of the South Parks I watched in the hotel room. That's.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
One second. Right? I was trying to explain the concept of the jerky voice to my wife recently, and she looked at me like I had a dick growing out of my forehead. Like, why was that a thing? I go, I don't know. Yeah, I can. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Well, that would be new and interesting. Fuck. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, can you hear me now, Zero? I'm the T-Mobile dickhead, or the Sprint dickhead. Can you hear me now?
I am shifting allegiance phone dickhead.
Sellout phone dickhead.
Are you guys hearing any echoes of yourselves at all?
No.
No, actually, that's good.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. There we go. All right.
All right. Cool. Yeah, because on XSplit it has a microphone and then it has a speaker, and I had the microphone muted because I use the stereo mix, and I did that to prevent you guys from hearing yourselves. But I guess, even though, my levels aren't coming through the stereo mix, so maybe.
The only options it's giving me on my phone is invite, help, and feedback.
You're fine. Yeah, we'll roll with it for now. Like I said, next week will be a whole other creature.
Check. Test. Does it sound any different to anybody?
Not really.
Nah.
How about now, fellas?
Chat, how's that sound? Chat, still sound all right?
Everything sound groovy?
Answer me!
We heart your feedback!
To the limits.
He says, Nyes is A+, but everyone else Echo. All right. Hold on.
Thank you for your patience.
Okay. How about now, Zero? You guys talk.
Hello.
Talking
I am talking
on the
to
front.
Lee. Hello, Lee.
I'm just-
Okay, hold on. Lee,
Everybody talk.
Lee, you talk.
So I got this sweet ass new Optimus Prime.
Of course you did.
Looks like that goofy design, but it's pretty dope. It's a fun toy. Pretty complicated, very satisfying. It's good stuff.
Check, test. Okay, how about now?
Kind of forgot how it works, quite frankly.
How like the Optimus works?
Yeah, been a couple weeks since I fucked with it. It's not what you'd call intuitive.
No echo. All right, I fixed it. And you
Yay.
guys
Fucking
can
A, you fixed it. You know what, man? I never lost faith in you.
you guys can still hear me in the chat?
Yep. Or wait, no, not us. I like answering questions.
I'm thinking of a number 2 + 2.
4.
Not you assholes.
Damn it.
All right, looks like we're good.
I never lost faith in you. Kelly was talking shit. He's like, he's never gonna get it. And I
That
was like,
wasn't. That didn't happen. Lee, stop making up stories.
I was like, no, man, he's gonna get it.
Lee, he's just making up stories for attention.
I heard you guys the entire time.
Yeah.
Aha!
I was listening the entire time this was happening.
See?
To the limits.
Against me, Lee.
All right. And we're brought...
Now I'm the tiger mask.
Obviously, we're fucking broadcasting. Obviously.
You can't get away from Batman that easy. Easily.
Did you guys hear that?
Grammar is essential. Thank you, Batman. You're welcome. Now,
This is insane, you guys.
Yo, this is sexy.
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the PanelsOnPages.com podcast with your host, Lee Rodriguez,
At the end of the day, babies are terrible people, and I'm not sorry for saying it.
Jason Nyes,
Motherfucker, I won best costume!
Jose Guzman,
Yeah, I know nothing about Firestorm except for his hat's always burning.
and Kelly Harris.
Boy, love, it appears we got a penis in the mouth.
I glued my fucking eyes shut!
I just want to see all these Yelp reviews of Jose's jizz.
Oh, sorry, I knocked over the salt.
Like you had anything better to do.
What's up, everybody? It's Tuesday, June 20th, 2017, and it's episode number 384 of the best goddamn podcast your friends never heard of. I'm your host, Right Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Ives.
I really like the vest.
Jose Guzman.
Captain Jack's Jack was on my back. Try saying that 5 times straight.
And Kelly Harris.
I beat Fire Emblem on Thursday, and I'm still playing Fire Emblem. Did I really beat it?
That's how they get you, man. That's how they get you. That's why I enjoy the kind of closed circuit games, man. Like I played through the new season of The Walking Dead, New Frontier. It's fucking good gaming, and when it's over, that shit is over. It's done.
There's usually not like a post-game to Fire Emblem games, which was surprising to me. I was not expecting this.
They post gotcha.
Yeah, when I got to the end of Final Fantasy 15, I guess, mild spoilers if you've not played the game that came out, almost a year ago. Everybody else has played already. But the lead character dies at the end. So when the credits roll and, he pops up again, I'm like, oh, so they're just, okay, yeah. So they're doing that thing that they do where, all right. And I guess now apparently there's been regular updates since then. I remember reading that they were going to issue like a patch update thing for chapter 13 of the story mode that like everyone was bitching about, which I never really had a problem with, but like the game's out, been done. People already beat it. Like I'm not going to go back to play the quote unquote fixed version of the mission. That just seems stupid. But what do I know? I'm just an old crotchety man apparently.
Get off my updates!
You kids and your downloads and your internets. That being said, though, I have been enjoying the Friday the 13th on the PlayStations because they did some massive work and have greatly fixed the load times, all this stuff. It's just a brand new thing.
But, like $30?
What's that?
$30?
40, I think. $40.
Not bad.
But they put out a big content update today to kind of like say, hey, sorry for the rocky launch and thanks for hanging out, everybody. And so I'm giving you a whole bunch of bonus points for customizing and double XP this weekend and a skin for one of the Jasons that looks like the Nintendo game Jason. So he's got like, the blue skin and the purple jumpsuit and shit like that.
Nice.
And when he comes by and he gets close to you, it plays like a chiptune version of the theme song.
Nah.
Pretty cool.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking dope. Like, it's a fun game, you guys. It's pretty rad.
Can you, create your own Jason in that game?
Not yet. So, like, right now, the Jasons available are 2 with the bag head, 3, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So...
Let me know when the hallucinant Jason's skin comes out.
Yeah,
I'm holding out hope for Jason X. I want Jason X real bad. Somebody today at work is trying to tell me that Jason X isn't goddamn magical. I'm about to smack the taste out of his fucking mouth.
They don't have his mom as his skin?
No, but Pamela comes into play in the game though, because you can kill Jason. It's possible to kill him. Right, so you can win the match by killing Jason, but it's a very specific set of things that have to happen, right? So, just real quick. So, one of the things you can do is you can find a radio and radio for help, and then one person who dies randomly will come back as Tommy Jarvis, and Tommy has like super fucking stats. He's like the best character. So, if Tommy's on the scene and you find Jason's cabin, which randomly is where Jason spawns at the beginning of every match. And a female counselor can take Pamela's sweater and throw the fucking mind whammy on Jason. And so now if Jason's taking enough damage to lose his mask and Tommy puts his mask on, while he's mind whammy, Tommy can kill him. Like, it's pretty, like, it's lots of love in it. Lots of love. It's fun. But.
So, okay, if you guys are... The match starts. Everyone's put in like different areas, or you all start in the same room. So what if you guys all came together? Could you like all take on Jason at once?
Technically, yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like, it works better if you work together, for sure.
You guys group up and like one maybe plays possum and then somebody pops out from behind.
Exactly. Yeah, you can totally do that. And like I said, there is a point where, if he takes enough damage, he'll lose his mask, and it's all part of it. Like, it's weird because it's definitely more fun, I think, to play as Jason, but it's way more rewarding when you win as a counselor because you had to work a lot harder for it. But it's fucking cool though. It's neat. But I've noticed some just bitch behavior though. Like, because when you die, you spend the rest of the match 20 minutes max, or until everyone else has died, just kind of spectating and watching. And there are people that will, with fucking 15 minutes left of the game, just find a hiding space and just chill.
Hell yeah. Fucking just camping out, just like in Perfect Dark. I love it.
Like, no. Fuck no, that's the worst. That is the fucking worst. Like, that's no fun. Like, I'm always active. That means I sometimes die in 2 minutes, but I'm always moving, doing shit, Like, and then one time I had another counselor axe me to death. I'm like, you cocksucker.
Was the counselor like, let me ask you a question?
No, actually axed. Actually.
So you can kill each other.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way. Yeah. Huh. And then, like, probably the worst was two guys were in the match. They were clearly buddies. One of them was Jason, one of them wasn't. So one of the guys that was a counselor were just running around helping him open doors and shit and fucking everybody.
So you're the goddamn mole? Jason in a mole?
Yeah. I'm like, this is
saboteur.
That's the game. That sucks. So people are the fucking worst is the moral of the story.
Yeah.
But man, you guys, this game is my son's new shit. I gotta tell you, my son just turned 3, and he loves this goddamn game. You guys,
the Friday the 13th video game.
In lieu of, he can't play it obviously, but like in lieu of like watching cartoons and stuff like that, he'll be like, "Hey, daddy, can we play bad guy game?"
Fucking
I guess
psycho.
Like, he'll hum the fucking theme song. I'm like, get him, daddy! So I'm walking around acting people like, he fucking loves it. Nicole has mixed feelings about it. Like, I think it's horrible. He's a fan. So yeah, he's gonna be a lot of fun as he gets older. It's gonna be great. Let's see what else is up, man. What else? A couple weeks ago, went with some friends to a lake house in Georgia. I'm not sure if we talked about it before I left or not, but
and we know you just talked about playing Friday the 13th a bunch. You went to a lake house, yeah,
on the lake. No, and a couple weeks into playing Friday the 13th, we go to a lake house. It looks eerily like Camp Crystal Lake, and Nicole just says, "God damn it!" A lot of that, but it was really nice. There were huge chunks of the days where I didn't know what time it was. And like, that's a big deal for me because I'm kind of a freak about time and stuff. So like, I don't know, it was just incredibly relaxing. It was lovely. People spent a little bit of time trying to get me to swim. I told them to go politely go fuck themselves. I'm not swimming in no goddamn lake. It was good. It's fine. I loved the time. Read some comics, played some Zelda on my DS. It was lovely.
Yeah, there's
and
something.
I got to drive a couple of boats. Drove a speedboat, drove a pontoon boat. And one of the guys that was with us, it's his place, was just like flabbergasted at my ability to drive a boat. I've driven a boat before. My grandparents had a boat. Like, so I mean, I can drive a boat. I'm good at driving a boat. It's like, I just don't understand. I'm so surprised and all this. And like, you just hate the water so much. And I said, dude, yeah, like, I'm not gonna roll around in a fucking interstate, but I can drive a car. Like, one does not necessarily relate to the other one. It's fine.
So can you ride a horse? You know how to ride a horse?
We're not doing that. No, we're definitely not doing that. But it was a great time. The kids had a blast. It was lovely. Otherwise, not much else going on. Father's Day came and went on Sunday. It was lovely. I had all-you-can-eat sushi, and I had 2 rolls too many.
Like 2 full rolls?
I always order a regret roll. I accidentally ordered 2 regret rolls this time.
Oh my god!
Yeah, because, like, I mean, if you eat sushi on any kind of regularity, like you don't always know what's coming out. Like, it could be 6 pieces, could be 8 pieces. You never really know for sure what these things are going to look like.
True, true.
So, I said, all right, time for my regret roll. Because you got to get one too many when you're doing all you can eat, obviously.
Yeah.
And I said, let's do 2. And the lady comes out and she puts down these 2 rolls in front of me. And my wife just looks at me and she goes, how the fuck? And I'm just like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Because this place, with the all you can eat, they charge you like per piece what you don't eat. Like no waste.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking around with no waste in the sushi. So, we got a little emotional by the end. It was just kind of touch and go, like but we got it done. We did it. We powered through, and it was a big win for the home team. It was great.
Oh, we get you, Gilo.
Exactly.
You better eat all that sushi.
Oh, it was so good, you guys. So good. And then she got me for my Father's Day gift. She got me a sweet, swanky ass new chair, which I'm sitting in right now. So this is the most comfortable podcast I've had in a number of years.
Oh man.
Because the chair I had before was like $80 in 2007, so it's well past its useful life.
Oh my god, a 10-year-old chair.
A 10-year-old like cheap chair, no less. So I graduated college, and that was my mom's gift me with a chair. And she was like, "Pick any chair you want." And I just I wanted this kind of dumpy chair because I was a young man. I didn't give a fuck about lumbar support and stuff.
Posture.
This chair kind of does the trick. It's fine.
Oh yeah, no, you learned that at like mid-20s.
Yeah, exactly. But chair was never high on my priority list. Not all these, ridiculous bullshit I buy on a regular basis. So she got me a fancy chair. It feels fucking great. It's wonderful. And that's about it, man. I got nothing else really of import, man. What's going on with you, Kelly?
Yeah, I went through my Twitter feed trying to figure out what I've been doing.
I'm doing the same thing.
Week. I don't think I fucking did anything.
Let me guess, you watched a shitload of wrestling.
Yeah, I watched some stuff. I was reading through my tweets and I found a tweet that tickled me from when I was watching Dragon Gate's Dead or Alive pay-per-view, or just the main event, which is an insane cage match every year. And at one point, a dude scaled the cage, but he was all greased up and just wearing a Speedo, just so he could dump water on a guy that was trying to escape.
What?
That's a big part of that match is dudes are trying. Well, they're not trying to escape. They're trying to climb the cage to get some flags that are up there because I really didn't know the rules of the match this year. They change every year depending on whatever stipulations going into it. But they had to get these flags. I don't know why. But so while they're doing that, there's dudes on the outside from various other factions that are just trying to stop them because they want their guy to win. So at one point, a dude's just pitching baseballs at the cage when people are climbing up it, and sticking the baseballs in the chain link. He's pitching them hard.
He's fucking humming them. Yeah.
Yeah. Last year, where they had one of those machines that you fire soccer balls out of to train goalies.
Jesus.
And so at one point, Gamma, who was just for whatever reason was all just greased up and wearing only a Speedo, just scaled the cage to dump a bottle of water on a guy that was trying to escape. But
how did the bottle of water hinder the other guy's ability to climb a cage?
It was just all, water's getting in his face and and then he falls down.
That sounds moderately unpleasant.
Yeah.
Or at the end of
some guy's face.
At the end of a long match, that might feel delightful. Thank you. A runner in a marathon is running along, getting towards the finish, and they splash water in their face. They don't automatically fall down oh my god, my eyes!
Yeah.
The logic there is flawed, I believe.
Yeah. All over this match. I
like the Naked Gun where they throw the pillow on his face.
Yeah. There's one guy. Well, I mean, at one point, dudes were whacking each other with squeaky hammers. Yeah. And there was a guy who was like in the match, and he was a little too big to be in a cage match, so they gave him a rope ladder to climb instead of climbing the cage wall.
Oh, come on. Fat guys can't climb rope ladders any more than they can climb a cage.
Well, it was the kind with the rope ladder with like the wooden steps.
Yeah, but still, like...
He had an easier time with that. He was able to get up that one easier.
It was just a cage, so it wasn't like the old school WWE...
No, it was just the chain link fence.
Okay, it was just chain link. I gotcha.
Yeah.
If I could climb the WWF cages like a fucking champ.
Yeah, the old school, the blue bars.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Cages. Last night, on a recommendation of fellow Voices of Wrestling writer J.R. Goldberg, I watched Cage of Death 11, featuring Danny Havoc and Sami Callihan. And that, like, was a legitimately impressive structure that they were fighting in. It was... I'm trying to figure out how to word this. So, the sides of the ring, the side of the ring that faces the hard camera, and this other side that was, opposite that one, those didn't have traditional cage walls. They had, like, kind of barbed wire walls that were at an angle. And then also some of they're more like barbed wire nets. And then the nets also had
That's not better, really.
They also had panes of glass on them. So that was two sides of the other two sides were your traditional like cage sides. And those were acting as support beams for like a platform above the ring. Now this platform had one side where it was like panes of glass were acting almost as windows that you could throw dudes through.
Let's see a picture of this thing.
They would then fall into the ring. Also on the other side of the platform was electrified barbed wire that was attached to a car battery.
Fuck, what's this thing called?
Cage of Death 11. And then also there was a thing where you could throw a dude off of the platform through two panes of glass where they would then land in the ring. I've never seen so much broken glass in one wrestling ring. Literally the first bump in the match is through a pane of glass.
God damn it.
It is an incredible spectacle, and if you have the opportunity, I'd recommend watching it because it's something else.
CZW Cage of Death.
Yes, CZW.
Jesus. Yeah, oh no!
There's so many things that happen. I can't even guess what you're knowing at. Like
just a single image.
Yeah,
it looks like. I'm like, no fucking way.
It's incredible.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, but
But it's nowhere near the feat of engineering that was the barbed wire trampoline that was at this year's Tournament of Death. That legit worked. Like, it was a working trampoline. It was just made of barbed wire.
Jesus. See, that's the kind of shit that I was afraid we were going to see at Mania weekend.
It's the kind of shit I was hoping we were going to see. We got light tubes, though. I was happy.
We did, yeah.
And then on Sunday night, I watched Money in the Bank and reviewed it for Voices of Wrestling. And, there's a lot of talk about match ratings.
I'm so glad you brought this up, because I wanted to ask you about this. Go ahead.
Okay, there's a lot of talk about match ratings after the Kenny Omega and Okada match went to the 60-minute time limit draw, and Meltzer gave it 6.25 stars. So, star ratings are a hot topic. So I decided I'm going to revolutionize the match rating system for the second time.
How'd you do that, Kelly?
And bring Pop-Tart rating system. Where I just relate the match to whatever Pop-Tart I think best represents it.
Now, do you have like a sliding scale? Do you have like a page open with all of the available Pop-Tarts?
I went on the Pop-Tart website, and I ranked every single kind of Pop-Tart that I've had that is currently available.
Nice. Well,
including, was it a chocolate mocha Pop-Tart?
Yeah, chocolate mocha.
Kind of a shithead. It's a chocolate mocha Pop-Tart.
Chocolate mocha is not great because the interesting thing about chocolate mocha is they gave it the bitterness that coffee has. And that's fine when you're drinking coffee. But I don't want a bitter Pop-Tart.
No, it's a terrible idea.
Yeah, no, it was not very good.
I, for one, am just glad that Lucha Underground is finally back.
The people do enjoy the Pop-Tart rating system. I think I'll have to bring it back more often.
No, yeah, okay. I read that review series having no intention of ever watching that show.
Yeah,
just to see what the Pop-Tart rating shit was about.
Yeah, you don't need to watch that show.
Did not disappoint. Did not disappoint. Yeah, I've been enjoying Lucha Underground since it came back quite a lot. I think it might still be a week behind, but the last one I saw, Cage punched a city councilman's head clean off its fucking shoulders.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
So amazing.
It was so bloody.
So bloody. So, in Lucha Underground, fellas, Brian Cage, known simply as Cage in Lucha Underground, won a tournament that, as his prize, he got like a crazy Dr. Doom gauntlet, which
Yes!
gonna give him some kind of crazy power. It's like he can throw lightning and shit like that, but not when he's wrestling, because that'd be cheating, I guess.
Though, has he wrestled a match since he got it?
Yes, one.
Okay, I couldn't
match.
remember if he had.
He put the gauntlet down, and I'm like, no, don't put the gauntlet down. You're wrestling with the gauntlet. The fuck? So, Dario Cueto tells Cage to go, meet this councilman guy, because he's the guy that is somehow involved in the dude who got the gauntlet, right? So he has some kind of a darker mask or whatever, So he's trying to let Cage meet this councilman dude. They go exchange some words. Guy gets a little bit lippy, hauls off with his magic glowing death gauntlet, punches his head, and it explodes into a bloody, brainy mess all over the fucking room. And the last shot of the show is him walking out and stepping on this guy's eyeball and squashing it. And I'm like, yes!
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was 1,000 times more graphic than I ever thought we'd get on that show.
Yeah. It's so out of nowhere, so goofy and fun. It was great. So, yeah. What about you, Mr. Jason Nyes? We didn't have a fucking show last week, and why is that?
That was because I realized a little too late that we were going to be leaving for the airport at about 4:30 in the morning, and maybe doing a podcast from 10 to possibly 1 o'clock in the morning wasn't going to be the best idea, especially when you consider editing the show together and putting it together and uploading and all that. It was a game time decision. We called it for last week because we were headed to AwesomeCon in DC.
AwesomeCon. That's where we were going.
AwesomeCon. That's what you were getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our second year doing AwesomeCon, and we flew up there Wednesday. The original plan was to just give us an extra day in the city to do some sightseeing and whatnot. We brought Mary along with us this time. We flew Tito out to help us out. And but then Wednesday turned into, we have to go to another brewery and shoot another interview and drink some more beer. So we're getting real good at that brewery stuff, you guys. Real good.
Oh, that pour didn't work. We're going to need to reshoot that one.
Right, exactly. Didn't get nearly as trashed this time as last time, but still fun, a fun gig if you can get it. But yeah, that was cool. Went and met up with our contacts at the convention center, which this is the 5th year for AwesomeCon, and they have grown exponentially. And this is our second year doing it, and huge guests this year: Stan Lee, David Tennant, John Barrowman. Some real heavy hitters. Jason David Frank, aka JDF. Hot off of his assassination attempt.
Not for nothing, but you got to give that guy credit for just getting back on the horse.
Oh,
He called some security out.
yes. So not to jump too far ahead, but while we're on the topic, apparently at his main stage panel, someone got on the microphone and brought it up. You know,
Sure.
They were like, they asked the question, after what happened, what do you think, like, what's the answer to help stop that? And his main point was the security needs to at least look busy. They need to look like they're working. And
He's not wrong.
he's not, because we were at a convention here locally not too long ago that we were not shooting, but we were visiting, and there was the area where, you know, it's not like dire, oh my God, you can't go back here, because it was just part of the show store. But the security guard was asleep.
Oh, jeez.
yeah.
So, like, he does have a point. He's like, you know, I don't even give a fuck if your batteries are in the wand. Wand some people. Like, look like you're doing your job to make it look like you're doing your job.
Yeah, he made great points, but he did not set himself up for a whole lot of security help that weekend. Like, they might have looked the other way had some shit gone down. But I tell you what, after he did say that stuff, what was that, Saturday, Jose?
Yeah, I believe his panel was Saturday.
It did seem like security kind of upped their game from late Saturday to Sunday. Like the exit or the entrance that we had been going in for the first couple of days now had a full security detail and bag check.
I mean, like, you know, I worked in security for a number of years. When I was in college, I was a rent-a-cop, and, like, it's a cake gig, man. They don't give a fuck. Like,
Right.
they're not liable for anything that happens. Come on, like, the best part about that job is I got to sit and read comics for like 5 hours a day. Like,
Best of the best, man. Best of the best.
great. I had a badge and everything.
But part of the reason we brought Mary along is because, you know, she's a big science nerd, and, you know, they've got the Air and Space Museum out there, so me and her went and checked that out one day. Jose
I've been to
didn't.
that. It's fucking cool.
Jose didn't join us because he had the poopy tummies, and this was. I had only gotten 2 hours of sleep because I was up all night editing the brewery video, so I was a little punchy. And as we were walking along,
So I don't mean to cut you off, but like, what's with the brewery videos? You've done a couple of them now. Like, what's the connection?
it's these shows have their own exclusive beers now.
No shit.
Yeah,
Huh.
you don't remember C2E2 having their own beer? You're not a drinker, so
Yeah, that's not on my radar.
yeah. For the longest time, C2E2 and New York Comic Con had their own beer. C2E2,
shit, okay.
C2E2, it was called the Galaxy Defender, and then New York Comic Con, it was the Brooklyn Defender. So
okay.
Left Field maybe borrowed this idea and instituted it for 5 Points, which we did last month with their Mad Scientist, partnered through 6 Point. And then for Awesome Con, they developed the Atomic Smash, partnered with Manor Hill Brewery, about an hour outside D.C. And, you know, they sell it at the convention, at the concession stands. They did a release party the night before. So it's a partnership.
Okay.
They used some artists that are essentially in the family, named Cuddles and Rage, to do the artwork. So it's what do you call it? Fucking synergy, man. Some of that synergy, man. You know, cross promotion, and they were selling that beer out every day, every goddamn day.
Cool. Right on.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking shit. I was just curious. I didn't know the connection. That's great. Very cool.
I'm sorry that I didn't explain it earlier.
Of course.
It's obviously not, you know, common logic, but yeah, that's what's up. And they liked what we did with the 5 Points Festival video so much that they wanted to do the same thing again. And I feel like this is going to be a recurring theme. And woe is me.
Some of those liquid business lunches.
Right, exactly. But it was very cool. The artist and the brewers, they're all super cool, and The worst thing that we encountered probably all weekend in DC were the Uber drivers. The Uber drivers are the absolute worst. Worse than cab drivers. They can't drive for shit. They don't know where they're going. They don't know where to pick you up. They're late, and they don't pay attention to the road. So there's a lot of that going around.
Yeah, not knowing where you're going is unforgivable.
Yeah.
To me,
It's some of the cab drivers don't know where the fuck to go. Last year, a driver drove past the convention center. We're like, "Where are you going?" That's it. And we were at a stoplight. And we both just got out.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're done with this because you're like a block away from where we want to be. I don't know where the fuck you're going. We're out.
I feel like that's one of the better appeals to Uber is you set the pin on the GPS to where you're at, they come find you, and they already know where you're going, and they got the GPS ready to go. I hate getting in a fucking cab, telling them where I'm going, and they're like, where is that? Like, you live here! You drive around here! You should know!
Like, there's no reason for that. Just put it
I've
in
never
the fucking GPS.
I've never seen a cab driver with a GPS.
I don't fucking understand that.
Yeah,
Like,
that
that
doesn't
is-
make any sense.
That is your job. That is your job. Like, that is a tool that makes your job easier. Like, it would be like me still working on an old tape-to-tape A/B editor.
Right. Like, I don't like to this day. Whenever we're going somewhere with the in-laws, my wife's mom and dad, like, it's always like, okay, well, you guys go ahead, we'll follow you, or you guys follow us. Like,
No.
no, I'm not gonna follow you. I'm gonna put the fucking address on my phone. I'm gonna go where it tells me to go. Now, if you choose to follow me, that's great. I suggest you do the same because I'm not waiting. Like, it's just silly.
Yeah. So, going back to the Air and Space Museum, because I had only gotten a couple hours sleep the night before from editing, we had plans to hit this 10:30 tour. It's a free tour, 90-minute tour of some of the high points of the museum. And I'm a little punchy, and you know me, so I was kind of giving my own little tour exclusively for Mary, getting all my facts wrong. It was pretty fun. And then that day we had to hit the convention center to shoot some videos in advance, because we do that a lot now where the videos are going up over the course of the weekend to help push ticket sales, tell people what's happening at the show, essentially. So we shot a bunch of those Thursday night before the show to have those kind of ready to go. And okay. Part of the reason we brought Mary along not only was the Air and Space Museum, but AwesomeCon does a lot of very cool science-y programming. They call it FutureCon because they're in the middle of Washington, D.C. There's a bunch of, jobs in that area that are science-related. You got NASA, you got the Smithsonian, you got all kinds of shit. So there's some very cool science-y stuff, which it makes AwesomeCon unique to other Comic Cons because it's definitely more science leaning than others.
But that's cool. Something that kind of I think is neat having something that sets it apart like that. That's
right.
Neat.
So they did a Star Talk Live hosted by Chris Hastings, a former astronaut. For those of you who may know, he is the astronaut that did David Bowie's Space Oddity from the space station.
Oh, no shit.
He did his own version of Space Oddity. And Scott Adsit was on there, the guy from 30 Rock who did Baymax's voice. And so she was there for that. And as we're there Thursday, the day before the show, we were there to do some tests to make sure that our cameras could pick up the Stephen Hawking hologram that they were going to have appear on stage.
Wait.
But he's not dead.
But he wasn't there.
He wasn't there. But they had a Stephen Hawking hologram.
That's so fucking metal.
Yes. Yeah. When we were talking to our contacts, and they're like, yeah, you guys need to check to see, do some screen tests for this Stephen Hawking hologram at Star Talk, and Mary's head exploded.
There's a record scratch.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and they were kind of playing it down like, you think that's cool? We don't know if that's cool. Like, oh, that's fucking cool. It's a Stephen Hawking hologram. That was great.
Was it of him like in peak health, or was he wheelchair Stephen Hawking?
See, that's what I said. Like, if you're gonna make a Stephen Hawking hologram, you should have him like
cartwheels
doing
and shit.
doing
Yeah.
fucking cartwheels. Why not? But no, it was essentially a still image.
Oh,
But it looked like he was on stage and he kind of like teleported in. It was a little crazy. It was a little wild.
That's fucking cool.
What'd you say, Jose?
He like smoke bombed out.
Yes.
I'll be back. And then it was pretty cool. Crowd kind of went nuts when they were like, they were leaving out by asking a question that's from his field, and they were like, "Well, we don't have anyone up here currently in that field, but we do have Stephen Hawking." And it was like,
So fucking Stephen Hawking got the cheap pop.
Yeah, and then they brought him out like 4 more times.
he did like the CM Punk clobbering time thing.
No, he did not.
It's clobbering time.
And Chris Hastings, Chris Hadfield. Chris Hadfield is the guy's name. Sorry, my wife is probably listening to this on the download, pulling her hair out. But NASA astronaut Chris Hadfield did a book signing afterwards, and we were getting some footage of the book signing. And I see this stack of books, and I see this line of people, and I lean over to our buddy working the line, and I say, "So what's up? You guys gonna have any extra books?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I got you. So Mary got to get an astronaut's autograph.
that's cool.
Pretty baller stuff. Pretty baller. The real big story of the weekend, though, is Jose is John Barrowman's boyfriend now.
Oh shit, that right?
Oh,
Have you guys seen any of the videos or the photos or any of that?
No.
no.
So
I have met him a number of times, and he's fucking delightful.
last year, he put his skirt over my head as we were recording.
All right.
He came out in a Darth Vader like maid dress or a Darth Vader dress.
Yeah, it was like a Her Universe Darth Vader dress.
Oh
He-
shit. Okay.
Little flirt, like the chick socks with the buckles fall down. A Darth Vader mask.
All right. Hold on. Should we switch Jose back over to just his laptop, the laptop microphone, because this is getting kind of rough.
It can't hurt. So we'll give that a shot.
Jose, you want to give that a shot?
All right.
It'll be quiet. It's quieter, but at least it's consistent.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great, but you're going in and out real bad.
Yeah. We'll get it taken care of for next week. Listening audience, we appreciate your patience as we develop newer and better shit.
So hang up on your phone, Jose, and click the link on the laptop, and we'll see what we can make happen. Thank you for hanging in with us, listening audience, because this is a good story, and I would like for people to hear it.
Yeah, fucking A. Yeah.
And a vein is popping out on my forehead trying to listen to it right now.
Yeah. No, you did the right thing.
Because we started out okay, you know?
Okay, how do I sound?
Oh, shit.
Jose, you sound
Much better, right?
familiar. Yes.
Yeah,
ArcSoft Magic Eye visual effects.
Oh man. Jose, how high are you right now?
Oh, very high.
super high.
So high.
Mahoney messages me and he's like, "Shit, I forgot it was Tuesday. Let me know like what I need to do to hop on the call to talk about basketball." And I sent him the link, and I was like, "Just click on the link." He says, "Well, that worked super easy. He's been sitting on the call for about 45 minutes now."
I
told
know
him
he was there
I was-
this whole
I
time.
was
I didn't
gonna
want
wait
to
for
blow
my
his
moment.
spot up.
I was waiting for my moment, and then it came.
Yep. I was gonna throw to you, but I figured I'd let it happen organically.
No, this was perfect.
Yeah.
So, anyways, John Barrowman and I.
Jose?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So he came. Okay. Last year he came out in the Her Universe Darth Vader.
Correct.
Heels, little flurry socks, a wig, a Vader mask with a red lightsaber, and let's say things got a little frisky on stage. But that's his show. You know what I mean? Like, it's an all ages show, but like, kids might be asking questions.
Oh, I'm looking at these pictures from last year, and oh boy, like sweet legs, homie.
So
He works it, man. He
Hell yeah,
rocks
he does.
those heels better than some women I've seen.
yeah, that's not the first time that man's wore heels. So he comes out on stage.
That's
with
this is this year. This year. Fast
Well,
forward one
well-
year. Or are you talking about last year still?
No, last year. So when he came out on stage, he came out to the Darth Vader, the Imperial March, and he comes out, all hooping and hollering for the fans, and then he comes up and puts his skirt over my head. So
Right.
that was last year. This year, he comes out in his Captain Jack trench coat, the character from Doctor Who that eventually, I guess, got a spin-off show.
Torchwood, yeah.
He comes out in that, in white high heels, and then he flings the fucking coat off, and he's wearing this Doctor Who onesie
Oh my god.
that fucking zippers up. And he's flailing around the fucking stage and doing his thing and coming out, and the crowd's going nuts, and he's high kicking, high stepping, flinging around, and he's like, kind of messing around with the sign language interpreter.
According to Google image search, he also did his photo ops at AwesomeCon last year wearing that same dress.
Yes. And then he sees me, and then he comes over, and he starts rubbing my head, and starts talking like, "Oh, you gotta see what's on the other side of this camera. I just want to take his big, sweat, baldy head and sit on it."
Jesus Christ.
It got on real quick. So that was that. And then, he continues his panel, and it's pretty much a one-man show. It's like going to like a John Leguizamo one-man show, but wider and gayer.
Sure.
But still maybe the same amount of dresses. So towards the end of the panel, he's finishing up, and at the end of every panel, he closes with a musical number. He picks a song to sing, he sings it, and has the crowd singing, the chorus with them, and just go out with a bang. So he's singing. It's too good.
You're just too can't take my eyes off of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's singing it, and he's giving it to the sign language people, rubbing his butt on her shoulder. She kept making him say "hung like a donkey," which was pretty funny. So that became like a shtick. So he'll be in the middle of talking about like, something random, and then all of a sudden he'd look at her, whip his head to her, and say "hung like a donkey," and each time her "hung like a donkey" got more umph behind it.
That's funny.
So that was pretty cool. So he turns to the camera and he starts slowly moseying over, singing the song right into the camera, giving his pouty lips, zippering and unzippering his little shits. And then gets like on me, he's singing in my ear, and then he turns around behind me and humps my back as he's singing to me.
All while Jose's trying to get the shot.
I'm just trying to get the shot, man. Just trying to get the shot.
Jose's like, no, this is great, but I can't shoot it and be in it.
So that was pretty nuts. It was pretty cool.
And
Step on
then
that stage, you risk becoming part of the show.
that's right.
You just gotta go with it.
And
Go with
then
it or get the fuck off.
2 other times that weekend. One time, Jose and Tito are walking along. You tell this story, Jose, because I wasn't there.
So we just finished the panel, and now we're heading to the Grey Capullo Scott Snyder masterclass to shoot that. So we're walking through the lobbies, going down, and a girl and her boyfriend they're walking, and she notices me, and she looks. She's like, "Are you the guy who John Barrowman touched on stage?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was me." She goes, "Can I touch your head?" What? I was like, "Okay, go ahead."
And then we're sitting at the costume contest that night, Saturday night, and our volunteer was Antonio. Great dude. Looked like the lead character from Get Out. And that's not being racist. He really did. I had to ask Mary, like, is that racist that I said it? Does he really look like that guy? So he's sitting there. We're sitting waiting for the costume contest to start. And I guess him and Jose interacted at some point. And this girl behind Antonio leans over to him and says, "Hey, man, do you know that guy?" It's like, yeah. I'm volunteering. We're shooting video. That's Jose. And the girl behind him goes, "Oh man, he's so fucking hot." This fucking guy, man.
So so what I'm hearing is that, like, in another world, John Barrowman is your fucking wingman.
Right, yeah.
I guess so. In this world.
That's great.
And then someone told us, so one of the staff members told us that John Barrowman was asking about him later.
He said, "Hey, does your cameraman still have my ball sweat on his back?"
And then Jose's just scrolling through Instagram, trying to find videos and pictures of himself and commenting on all of them like, "Hey, that's me."
It was pretty cool.
It's pretty nuts.
There's one out there of him, of the opening, and then there's one of the end that's out there.
Not bad. That's what a wonderful story.
Yeah,
It was
but
fun. I mean, if I played it in the other way, you kind of ruin the show, and then it halts it.
yeah,
You gotta go with it.
yeah, you just got to go with it, man.
Oh yeah, God yeah.
And in general, it was a great show. It was insanely packed all 3 days.
Oh God,
Yeah.
how different is that story though? If it's like he comes over and Jose's like, "No,
Well, we were joking that we needed to.
no, John Barrowman."
We were joking that we needed to come into the show office, and Jose needed to look like shell shocked. We needed to be like, "Okay, I can't shoot anymore. Like, I need to file a report."
Every time somebody says I hear Maiden Stage on the walkie-talkies, I shake. I can't shoot anymore. I'm out.
And there are thousands of witnesses.
Right. But it was
amazing.
It was a great time. Really packed show. Everybody seemed to have a good time, and we had a really great time shooting it. Mary was picking up some of our slack, shooting some FutureCon panels and doing some time lapse, so that freed Jose and I up to shoot some other stuff. And
Mary's a keeper, sir.
Tito runs crowd control. He seconds Jose all weekend, make sure he doesn't back into anything, and keeps an eye out for him. And Antonio helped us out a great deal. It was a very successful show. Now we just got to edit all the fucking videos. God damn it. Jesus Christ.
Earn that goddamn paycheck, son.
And then our flight got delayed for...
Well, before that, when Tito left, Tito's flights got
Yeah, because there was a lot of bad weather all throughout the East Coast yesterday. So Tito's flight got delayed, and our flight got delayed 4 hours yesterday. So we had to... originally, we were just going to set up in the hotel lobby and do some work. But then we get the email from the airline that's like, even though the flight's delayed 4 hours, you still need to go to the airport on time. It's like, fuck you. But then, like 10 minutes later, it said that the flight got moved back up 3.5 hours.
Oh, God.
But then as we're on our way to the airport, delayed again. and then it would be every half hour it would get delayed another hour.
I would have lost my mind.
So eventually, it went right back to the 1050. It
Yeah.
fucking said the first time, and we could have just chilled and watched.
Right. So
on the couch.
So I'm trying to let Jose know that we got to go, and he had been outside talking to Cher on the phone in his tie-dye Cheech and Chong shirt, also kind of scoping out this dread dude who was out there, exercising his God-given right to smoke, a plant that God gave to us.
That's right.
Hey,
That's right.
man.
In the privacy of his own city. So Jose made friends with this guy. So I
had a good flight back.
Right. I'm heading outside to tell Jose that we need to go, and this guy and this chick that they were all hanging out with see me coming, and they give me a look like I'm a fucking cop.
He did all black with a black hat on.
I got my black hat on, black t-shirt, black shorts, black shoes.
Already mistaken for a manager at Shake Shack.
Yeah. yeah. I got mistaken for a manager at Shake Shack, and then I look around, and they're all wearing all black. I'm like, okay, I can understand that now.
It's like going to a Target and wearing red shirt and khakis.
That is exactly what I said, Kelly. Exactly what I said.
Just a bunch of people at the airport like, are you the guy who John Barrowman touched? And are you the manager at Shake Shack?
Man, I wish I was a manager at Shake Shack.
Michael Moore?
Oh, fuck you, Lee. Yeah, exactly.
WWE.
Jose gets Lucy Liu and John Barrowman hitting on him, and I get Anne Rice.
Right?
I get Anne Rice saying that I'm Michael Moore. Exactly. Hey, it's my cross to bear.
That's awesome.
But other than that, before we left for the show, Mary and I had watched all but 2 episodes of the new season of Orange is the New Black, and we finished that tonight, and it's very good. I highly suggest it. And then Friday, Glow comes out on Netflix. Do you guys know what?
That's right.
Do you guys
I'm
know?
psyched.
Yes. I'm very excited. I loved Glow as a kid.
Allison Brie and Mark Maron in there. Two people I really enjoy.
And Awesome Kong is in there too.
That's right.
I'm hoping that this gives her a career resurgence. They bring her back.
That'd be cool.
She can fuck some shit up.
Fucking cool.
Any other stories from Awesome Con you can think of, Jose? Or at least the past couple weeks in general?
We got to do a open personal tour of the Stan Lee Museum that they got, which is
pretty intense. This Stan Lee Museum.
Stan Lee memorabilia, a prop from every Stan Lee movie he's been in. They had all the director chairs backings from all the movie sets he was on.
All the Iron Man armors.
Yeah, like every Iron Man they had there. They had a Captain America, Black Panther, a Hulk.
Okay, I'd seen some of these pictures. I wasn't sure what it was from.
Yeah, so it's the Stan Lee Museum, which is the new thing they're doing, where they're just taking all his shit that he's had and some movie props and just putting it together as a little walkthrough museum that's free of charge. Comes with the mission of the convention. You just have to wait in line for it, which had a fucking solid line the whole weekend. Like they would let the VIPs in a half hour early, and you would have a line.
Fucking rad.
Pretty cool museum. That was cool. Got a shot. They had it's toothless that you could
from How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
That was either you can pose next to it or pose on it. So we got a Thor posing on it, and he's
cool.
Onward beast to Asgard, and he had he had the voice down pretty good.
Fucking sweet.
So that was cool.
We'll take us a break then. We'll come back. Talk about some basketballs.
Yeah.
Talk about some comic books. Get the fuck out of here. And I guess Mahoney is joining us for basketball talk.
That's right.
Yeah.
We got pants, shit, and good time.
All right. All right. We're back in a minute. Enjoy this. Love you. Bye.
Break! show them exactly how it's done. We work together one time. Yo, let's show this. Yo. Look across the lane, he's slinging crack in a major way, forcing these hood kids to carry his weight. 2 times they caught the DA, botch a case. Now he stands in line with the hands under a smug face. Okay, what should I leave his head? Dumpster or trash can? That plan, Doc, leave your brain in the lab sand. We swoop down, follow his tracks, the last man. Then we whoop his ass in the back of a bad van. I'm not a madman, but mercy seems too good for scum. Everything he touches leaves him wasted and bum. Has no places to run, he's trapped by his own ego. Grab and race the sun, drop, and he catch seagulls. Touch evil, what side you gonna rep? If you choose the wrong one, attack your throat faster than strap. My patience is step, cause you deserve another chance. Choose the right move or your ass, it won't advance. Now we've reached our limits and it's time to choose. One's gotta win, what? One's gotta lose. Can't be confused when the countdown's through, cause it's hero versus villain. Which one are you? We have no shades of gray, have no shades of blue. Gotta live with yourself till your heart beats true. Through every cut and dash, every scrape and bruise. Hero versus villain, which one are you? Get the straight dude's gonna lead us to the inside. A low-level hand couldn't afford to hitch a quick ride and fly. They couldn't give a shit if he died. Want to free more air in turn, you can give life. Why can't you get the concept of no killing? Blood spilling or filling the building blocks of a villain. Evil drilling through your soul and stilling your black heart. Become the hands of fate with open graves in your backyard. Caught at this crossroads, call it an impasse. I'll be alright on the other side of the tracks. Fuck this dude's ethics that he pushed to the max. The world ain't a fairy tale, can't put down the axe. So here's my message, gonna lay down some facts. Massively smash any enemy you put in my path. All opposition be cleansing this blood bash. I grab this dude by his neck, give his aura a crash. Now we've reached our limits and it's time to choose. One's gotta win, what? One's gotta lose. Can't be confused when the countdown's through, cause it's hero versus villain. Which one are you? We have no shades of gray, have no shades of blue. Gotta live with yourself till your heart beats true. Through every cut and gash, every scrape and bruise. Hero versus villain, which one are you? So I guess you got my answer finite, written in stone. My might eclipse your own to the fright chips in your bone. The tone and my feet repeat the answer has come home. The truth I can handle, dismantle down from the dome. Woke, call your traitorous turn from another state. It stands ready to burn, wipe the smile off your face. Replaced by a grit of the teeth and anger full sway. Would you like a land like cell or hell beside the bay? Today the true juggernaut's gonna make you lay down. Forgotten my secret weapon, anything on the ground. There's your hero, rusty pipe, collapsed crown. Time for a new savior, throw the old lost and found. Now since he doesn't use it, I'ma take his heart. Where the hell was that sound? Where the fuck was that spark? No response, no problem, only backup players. I guess I'll have to make the time so I can kill you later. Now we've reached our limits and it's time to choose. One's gotta win, what? One's gotta lose. Can't be confused when the countdown's through, cause it's hero versus villain. Which one are you? We have no shades of gray, have no shades of blue. Gotta live with yourself till your heart beats true. Through every cut and gash, every scrape and bruise. Hero versus villain, which one are you? The measure of a man, you can call me the ruler. One time or another, you lay down for the truth. The measure of a man, you can call me the ruler. One time or another, you lay down for the truth.
Ripped Apparel is your one-stop shop for limited edition t-shirts featuring all the crap that you already like anyway. Every day you're going to see 3 new limited edition designs available only for 24 hours. That's just a single day. After that, they're gone forever. And best yet, if you want to check them out, buy a little something, they're going to throw a little kickback to us, your folks, your friends here at the Popcast. So go to PanelsOnPages.com, click that banner at the top of the page, or on the sidebar at pcn.PanelsOnPages.com, or you can just update your bookmark, check it out on your phone every single morning. That's what I do. Ripped, that's RIPT.PanelsOnPages.com. T-shirts start at just $10 and they'll kick us a little something every time, help us keep the lights on, help us keep the podcast going, help us keep the site up, and gets you a pretty cool t-shirt, man. Cool swag, cool shirts, good people, good deals from your favorite podcast. So check it out, rip.panelsonpages.com, 24-hour limited edition t-shirts that are pretty damn awesome. Check it out. And now back to your regularly scheduled podcast.
Yo.
couldn't tell if I had my mic muted or not.
You are Jose.
I am Jose.
You sound better than any of us.
I'm eating cereal. Not really.
Smoking a bowl.
Smoking a bowl and eating a bunch of chips.
Smoking a bowl and eating a bowl.
I love it.
One of my favorite podcast memories is the time Jose ate chips. Oh.
Suddenly pasta salad was the classic one.
Oh man, that was a good one.
That was a great one. Suddenly pasta salad requires 2 bowls and almost 30 minutes to make it, and I will never forgive that.
Oh, suddenly.
Like, I make entire meals with less than 2 bowls, and these assholes.
Suddenly there's pasta salad.
I'm back. Hey, how's it going, guys? Hang on.
What's up, Lee? We made pasta salad. You want any?
I did not full of salami my damn self.
It's full of salami.
What? Were you at a John Barrowman panel?
I make that nice thin cut. Didn't know what salami.
Smells like the
Mouthful
universe of
Salami
energy.
is his stand-up album.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's like most of my snacks that I have like between meals is just they're all meat based, like pork rind or just straight up hands full of deli meat. It's all right.
Oh man, I got a bag of pork rinds. I forgot about. Yeah, we ate like shit this weekend, and now getting back to this low carb, high protein is kind of bullshit. I hate it.
You know what you need?
Huh.
Handful of salami.
There you go.
Set
It looked good in that picture that chick took you walking across that wedding.
Oh my god! Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. So there was a cosplay wedding at AwesomeCon, which was actually pretty fucking cool and went off really, really well. So
all right,
and I was shooting it, and then I'm checking my Facebook messages later on, and Mahoney had been scrolling through pictures that were tagged with AwesomeCon because he was sad he wasn't there, and he saw a picture of me at the cosplay wedding that someone had taken as I was like walking through the frame to get another shot. They took it. I'm dead center of the frame, blurry, and they said, "Yep, nailed it. Upload." Like I'm literally blocking the bride in this shot. And they said, "Fuck
Clearly, they were there for the groom."
Like, why? Like, oh my god, I gotta post this so quick! No time to check it! Or I can just imagine, I pass through the frame, they take the picture, oh man, that guy was in my shot. Too bad I can't take another picture. That was the last frame on my roll of film. Fucking assholes. Yeah, so I implemented a new piece to my con-going ensemble this weekend. It was a vest. It was a fisherman's vest. So I could put shit in the pockets.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
Instead of carrying around a bag. So I was able to put a lens in the pockets. I was able to put my phone in a pocket, pen, pad, USB drive.
The trip, he's like, you know what? Cable had the right idea.
Yeah, no shit. And it worked out pretty well. I really like the vest.
Nice. Like, now I get it.
But I may have to get a second one because salt sweat lines, they are a real thing. And, you know, in between show days, you don't really have time to wash a vest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. All right, let's talk basketball.
All right.
The thing I never thought I would say.
Jose, you back?
God damn it.
I'll be Jose.
Okay.
This guy.
We're in week 2. Population actual fantasy football.
Yeah. Sorry for that delay, everybody. That week delay, you know. We got to do what we got to do. We had a fun time doing this, though, so I'm excited to get back to it.
Yeah, so let's let our de facto commissioner take it away. Got a word from our buddy Zero.
What's up, population? It's your fantasy basketball commissioner. Let's have a quick word before we get to the matchup. I've realized that we've been neglecting the single most important, quintessential aspect of basketball: advertising. Let's fix that. Contact me and let me know what fictional products or services that you want to be our sponsors. Now, for this week's Marvel matchups, we have Mahoney's team, We Got Fucking Portals, consisting of Blink, Bullseye, and Blob. They're going up against Juggalo John's The Forcers, Graviton, Magneto, and Purple Man. In the other Marvel matchup, we have a team name that is hard to work into a sentence. To me, Denim's X-Men, featuring Hope Summers, Rogue, and Gambit. They'll be facing off Lee's D-List, Paste Pot Pete, Squirrel Girl, and the character you forgot existed, Doorman. We then head over to the DC side, where Lee has characters you've actually heard of: Deadman, Solomon Grundy, and the Spectre. Together, they are the Dead Zone. They're going against my own Teen Basketball Titans: Beast Boy, Dick Grayson Robin, and Cyborg. That's it for this week. See you all next week for the round of 8.
Boom shakalaka!
Zero, you need to work on your audio level, son. Holy shit. Okay, so I'm looking at the site right now, the @zinc.org/basketball, and those team makeups aren't showing up for me.
You just refresh it. They'll be there in a minute.
Are they there?
Yep, motherfucker is working on it live.
Okay, cool. Yep, I see it right now. All right, let's fucking get into it.
Before we go any further, we got Mahoney on the line, which I appreciate. I love that.
Motherfucker's been on the line since day one.
yeah. That's right. But I just want to say that he did send in emails about his teams. The subject of which was just the winning basketball team.
There you go. We can read them. That's fine. I enjoy my emails.
Okay, fine. I was gonna say go for it, but yeah, all right. So the first matchup is We Got Fucking Portals versus the Forcers. So, all right, Mahoney writes in about We Got Fucking Portals. The problem here is that while Blob is clogging up the lane, setting picks and being a nuisance, Blink and Bullseye are teaming up to literally sink baskets from anywhere. In the incredibly unlikely circumstance that Bullseye can't sink a three from wherever he's standing, Blink tosses up a portal for him to hit, and boom, the ball gets deposited in the basket. This team drops 1,000 points easy. Good luck scoring at that pace.
It's an interesting team.
Right?
Solid.
Now, the Forcers was who? Graviton, Magneto, and Purple Man?
Yeah, the Forcers sounds like a basketball.
John wrote in too. So before we get into it, let's have John have his words here. He says, Gravitron is the team's main power. The ability to change the force of gravity means you can make the ball bounce by itself, making the opposing team heavier. Great counter to speedsters, for example. And force anything to float, be it player or the ball. Flying himself has him able to get out of open areas of the court, as well as good vertical leap. Magneto's powers are almost used to be a counter to Gravitron's powers. His abilities are suited to move him around the court, bend the hoop away from oncoming shots, as well as neutralize any heavily metally clad opponent. Magneto's strong suit in this team, I feel, is mainly in a defensive role. And finally, Purple Man. His power as a mind controller, simply overpowering against any team that doesn't have a psychic. Simple command of give Gravitron the ball or stand there while I take this shot. Put a stop to almost any team they come up against. Okay, with that, I am out of basketball knowledge. Wish me luck against Mahoney. I gotta say, these are both really good.
The Forcers sounds like a team captained by John Barrowman.
Oh, I have a similar joke, but mine's darker. I was going to say their team captain should be Kobe Bryant.
The good old LA Forcers. Okay, now
podcast.
I don't think Graviton, Magneto, or Purple Man can shoot a free throw. I don't think they can score 8 points in the entire game. Even if Purple Man makes my team give them the ball 100% of the time, I think the game ends 2-0.
Okay, now I will actually give you that for Purple Man because like, like wait, shit. Okay, this time, stop it.
But going back to my Fantastic 3 up against Zero's X-Men Can't Jump, my argument against Jean Grey using her telepathy to control the other team, my argument was that Mr. Fantastic and the Fantastic 3 would find ways to combat that because, he's a super genius, good at...
I think Bullseye would just kill him.
Good at strategy, and so, you can't kill in this game. That's
Yeah,
against the
no
rules.
one said you couldn't kill. That's just a flagrant foul.
That's
now
one of the
to pick up
rules.
game.
That's one of the rules.
Flick
You
a
can't
button
kill.
into his throat and shut him right up, though.
No, this is a friendly game, no violence. Those are the
Well,
first
yeah.
two rules.
I didn't know that.
When the ref turns around,
Thanks for
you
showing
bite
up,
off a
Jose.
fingernail, you plop it right in his Adam's apple.
Thanks were a friendly game too, but motherfuckers got their ass sent to the floor when they came home.
The point I was getting to though is that We Got Fucking Portals doesn't have that Reed Richards to kind of combat the telepath. However, the Bullseye being the low Blob being the low post man is inspired, but he's not getting any ups whatsoever. Especially with
he doesn't need to with Bullseye.
Yeah, but he doesn't need ups if he can just. How's his hook shot?
Oh, it's solid.
Skyhook. But he is white, remember that. And he's also going to get winded easily.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to move. Well, okay, now here's the thing. But here's the thing: is is the Blob fast?
Yeah,
incredibly.
Look at him. He's agile.
His name is the Blob.
He's defending like old. I think the youngest one of those guys is like in his 40s.
Yeah, but what I'm worrying about is 10 times up the court. Is he going to be gassed?
No, he's not growing up the court. He's not going up the court because what's going to happen?
It's half court. Remember,
it's half court. But
yeah, it's half court.
whatever. You give the ball to Magneto, he tries to take his shot, Blink throws up a portal, and that ball bounces off of Purple Man's face.
Good point. True. And really, Magneto, the only power he's got is flight in this, because none of them are metal characters.
Well,
so
but
he
John
could
did mention that he could bend the post out of the way.
He could.
That's goaltending.
You're right.
That
makes sense.
That breaks the NBA rules that we've kind of agreed we're kind of sticking.
I would have to concur with that. That makes sense.
Any touching of the basket in any way is goaltending. So yes, he could do it. He could move it, but they're going to score those points. So then you don't want to do that.
The only problem I have with Mahoney's pitch is if Bullseye throws up a shot and then Blink throws a portal, is Bullseye still going to make that shot?
Oh,
that's an assist now.
Well,
because then it's just a pass. It's just
it goes
pass,
in.
man.
Who cares who gets the points?
True. Yeah. Early, my vote's going to We Got Fucking Portals because Graviton, that's a deep cut.
And really, anytime Blink is in, she could just put a portal over the basket if any of the guys try and shoot and just teleport the ball somewhere else.
Well, that would also be goaltending, essentially.
That's okay. She can get it before it gets there.
No. It's only goaltending if the ball's on its way down.
Exactly, but he's talking about putting a portal right above the rim.
Yeah, but you don't put it right above the rim. You gotta get the angle of the portal right. But you put the portal right in front of Purple Man while he's walking, and he falls into the concession stand.
Yeah, but then that's a foul.
Yeah, but
you pushed the man off the court.
All right.
He didn't leave on his own free will. He was forced off the court, which would be a foul. Then, depending on how far you put him, now we're talking a flagrant 1 or a flagrant 2. Now you're kicked out of the game. Now, even though Purple Man's gone, now you're still down to 2-on-2.
And see, this is why I'm glad we switched Jose off of his phone, because he's got the best basketball knowledge of all of us.
Yeah, I don't know what half these words mean.
I am utterly unfamiliar with these rules that he's talking about.
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay,
anytime
well, did I
the ref
also
turns
hear-
around, I'm transporting Purple Man's shoes away.
There you go.
Well, see, and then that's the other thing. It's not a foul if the refs don't see it.
Right.
If it's not called, it's not a foul. And that's why I think Purple Man
See,
won't
but
get
Purple
away
Man,
with much.
but to that end, though, Purple Man gets to be like, "Hey, call a foul on this asshole," and the ref would have no choice but to call a foul.
Yeah, but then now you're force the refs to make a call.
But the refs don't know or care they're being forced. They're making the call.
Yeah, but he's going against the rules of basketball, though.
But that's why you have Purple Man there. Like that makes him an asset to the team.
I think that's automatic disqualification. Once you start tampering with the refs.
Zero in the chat says, "I'm pretty sure there are no rules in the NBA against tricking people into walking into portals."
That's true.
I do think there was a point that Purple Man could influence the refs because NBA players try to influence the refs. They might not have, mind control over them, but they try and plead their case and influence the refs.
But making him pick what you decide, those are two completely different things.
Say even giving Purple Man the ability to influence the refs and change calls or inflate the score or whatever, I still think We Got Fucking Portals has this.
That's right, because even if they fine, Purple Man gets a foul shot every time, he's not sinking any of them. They're all bouncing off the rim if he's lucky.
But I do see Bullseye bringing a rebound down and pulling an old school Anthony Mason, Charles Oakley, and swinging his elbows and catching Purple Man in the throat with an elbow.
Exactly.
Right.
True.
He's not going to be talking long.
Right.
I think alone, Bullseye could probably beat the Forcers. You throw in.
That's the other thing. Does Bullseye even really need?
Yeah, but
to make a portal. His aim's that good.
You throw in Blob and Blink, and they're pretty unstoppable against this team.
But we're really underplaying Graviton here, man. It's like, hey, this basketball now weighs 300 pounds. Go to fucking work, Bullseye.
That's what he does?
Yeah.
That's fine. The Blink, catch it on the downfall and drop it in the basket.
Right.
300 pounds or not. Plus, I got Blob. Blob can pick up 300 pounds. I just got to get it over there to him.
I gotta say, the Forcers is a damn solid pick of teams.
It's a creative team.
It's a damn good team. But I think just had the bad luck going up against We Got Fucking Portals. Like that's pretty fucking solid.
See, it's tough because if there was anybody with metal, he just happened to run into a team with no metal.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Yeah, it's just bad luck. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going with We Got Fucking Portals.
Yeah, and even just when we were talking about this tournament to begin with, just throwing ideas out there, Bullseye was probably maybe my number one draft pick because of his abilities. And you add Blink and Blob in there, and it's that's a pretty good fucking
that's
trinity
that
right there.
B, baby.
Yeah.
There's only one team that can stop him, and it's my other team.
So all right, we got we're pretty much unanimous on that, right?
Triple B takes it to
I think so.
Yeah. All right, so next up we got Juan's team. To me, Denham's X-Men, which is Hope Summers, Rogue, and Gambit versus Lee's team, the D-List, Doorman, Squirrel Girl, Paste Pot Pete. We got any arguments from Denham on this one, Lee? Or yeah.
Not that I can see. Let me double check real quick. And
blocked.
No.
All right. Pitch us your team there, Lee.
Well, it got close to showtime, and I noticed that we were a couple teams short. So I put together a couple of teams.
A joke team.
So, does everyone know who Doorman is?
No.
Doorman is actually pretty good. Like it's not
a bad
logic
choice
to Blink.
So, well, a little bit, except instead of like putting a portal somewhere, Doorman stands in front of an object.
Yeah.
Like
He
Doorman gets in front of Rogue, and you go right through him, and you come out the other side of Rogue.
Right. Passing through the Dark Force dimension somewhere in the middle.
Yep. He effectively turns himself into a door.
Yeah, he is a door.
Man.
So...
And what are Squirrel Girl's powers? I know she's a squirrel.
Talks to squirrels and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like...
No,
like super strength, super agility, anything like that.
Nah, she was cute and talks to squirrels and shit. She was Thanos.
I think
That's
she's
kind of a big
agile.
deal.
Right?
I mean, they handle nuts, right? Basketball, nuts.
Yeah.
Should be good.
She's climbing in trees a lot.
Yeah, she has the proportional strength of a squirrel, I guess. I don't know.
I don't
She
like
beat
any other
Dr.
chances
Doom.
against
But-
Hope Summers, though.
Here's my thing. Who is she guarding?
I think you got to put her on Gambit.
Can she guard Gambit, though?
Maybe.
See, but in using the rules of like Iron Man can use his suit or whatever, that means like fucking tippy toe of the Skrull can come in this bitch and start acting out as well. So
Sure,
like really,
sure.
Skrull Girl's like having like 5 people on the team.
You could have
Skrull
like
Girl and
a
her
like a
fucking
little
Skrull pals too.
a little squirrel tornado kind of.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but
Goddamn, that sounds terrifying.
she would have to be in the suit.
If you put Squirrel Girl in a suit made of squirrels, nobody's touching her. Nobody's getting near her.
I think
And
she's a
then-
god.
That's a solid pick. Yeah.
And then Paste Pot Pete is the trapster, right? He's got the glue guns.
yeah.
Yeah. Which
So-
again, I kind of like in a basketball setting.
Yeah, I think he's an underrated pick. Like
Yeah.
that's a tremendous pick right there. Just make everything sticky so people can't go anywhere.
Yeah,
Glue
somebody
my
go out there and
fucking
just fucking,
eyesight.
just backpack spooge the whole fucking floor, and there you go. Now
What I
do
like
something.
about Paste Pot Pete and to a degree Squirrel Girl is you've taken care of Rogue. She's
Yeah.
not going to steal Paste Pot Pete's powers.
Yeah.
She can steal Doorman's powers, but then what's she going to do with them?
Right.
Yeah,
Other
but
than,
also
like,
if you think about Rogue stealing people's powers, that always fucks her up. Like it's not like she can just touch you and have your powers. It always messed her up a little bit before she stole your powers.
Yeah, I wouldn't
So
think
she's
she'd
gonna-
enjoy touching Squirrel Girl.
There's gonna be downtime for Rogue.
Now, Hope Summers
And
is
also
going to be some trouble.
hold on. Before we move on, Rogue, and to steal your powers, she would have to touch you, and that's essentially a foul if the ref sees it.
Very true.
Well, no.
No, you can touch him.
You can touch. Like, basketball's not a non-touching
They're
sport.
constantly bumping into each other. You
It's
just
not
can't
like
touch
baseball.
hands.
But like
you're allowed
to
to
steal
touch
someone's powers, she has to touch and hold for a little bit. It's not just
Well, yeah, but that's easy. You can have your arm on somebody. You just can't be slapping them or holding.
She could even
them.
do it with like her leg.
Yeah.
You just touch your leg against their leg.
Yeah, you can like put your hand on the guy, and if they're down low in the post, that's all they're doing. They're wrapped around each other. So being able to touch is that's easy. I mean,
And you know
if
what?
somebody could be shooting a free throw, and she puts her hand on the guy's knee. Now the other thing is, if the guy tries moving to avoid her touching him, now that's a lane violation on them. The free throw's good.
And you know what? I gotta say too. I feel like in this particular scenario here, that Squirrel Girl could shut down Hope Summers.
what are Hope?
What is Hope's powers?
exactly?
I think she's a psychic, right?
Yeah, she's a telepath.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah. She's like, yeah. I understand why you're confused, honey, because or Kelly, because that whole Messiah complex, Avenger versus Phoenix thing was not super clear on a lot of that stuff. Yeah, she's a psychic. But I'll bet her psychic powers won't do shit against the squirrel tornado.
No, probably not.
Fair. Probably.
Copyright Nyes 2017 Squirrel Tornado.
You wrap a psychic in a squirrel suit, and she is going to be way too busy to be doing anything with those powers.
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
she's
trying
trying
figure
to
out
read.
some
She's
fucking
trying.
way to control 700 squirrel brains.
Just imagine getting inside the brain of a squirrel and how that would fuck
God.
with you.
See, I was just fucking around, but I think I win.
A quick little bit of research suggests that Hope Summers is actually not a psychic.
Okay.
Which makes her even less powerful. So.
Wait.
It
Isn't
says
she like an Iron Fist or something?
Empathetic power mimicry. Mimicry. That must be mimicry. Mimicry. And
Okay.
power activation, whatever that is. And also control over the 5 lights. I don't know what any of those powers are, but none of them are psychic. None of them are telepath.
I think we just
That's
all
right.
assumed
She was
she's
like, yeah.
psychic because she has red hair.
Right,
Yeah,
because
pretty much.
she's a Summer, yeah. Zero in the chat says, I remember back in X-Men 349 where they established that squirrels are the natural counter to psychics.
They should be.
Yeah, the 5 lights, I think, were... No, I'm making that up. No. I don't know what the fuck that is. I have no idea what that is. That means nothing to me.
So how is Gambit going to figure into this? He's got the...
Let me tell you more.
Gambit, he's a solid shooter.
And he's
definitely
I'm gonna
make
take the
Squirrel
ball and
Girl.
make it explode when it touches your hand.
He's agile.
He's gonna make Squirrel Girl uncomfortable with his flirting.
Just straight up being a lech all over Squirrel Girl.
Zataran.
Stop trying to sell me Zatarans, Gambit.
I'm gonna take my bow staff out in front of the Squirrel Girl, if you know what I mean. This squirrel's gonna be going after me nuts.
I feel like you put Squirrel Girl in her squirrel suit on Hope. You put Paste Pot Pete on Gambit. Stick him up a little bit, and then it's really down to Rogue and Doorman.
Could Gambit charge Paste Pot Pete's glue guns and explode those and not get a foul?
Assuming you can get close enough to him, maybe.
He could do that on the sly. I want to see a bunch of exploding squirrels.
Holy shit.
Oh, man. If he starts making squirrels explode, this is going to be the greatest basketball game ever.
And so then Squirrel Girl's all fucked up because her pals are exploding in front of her face, and maybe she's taken out too.
Yeah.
But will it be effective enough, or will she... or it sends her into a fucking... revenge rage. She blows up one squirrel and they just eat him to death.
Yeah, but she's just motivated and she's just draining 3 because she's just
Lola Bunny style.
This isn't what I was thinking when I said this squirrel's gonna eat these nuts.
So did we figure out what Hope Summers brings to the table or what?
No. She doesn't bring much of anything.
I tried.
As far as I can tell.
She has a big
one of
gun,
the people
right?
on her team or a mutant whose X gene hadn't activated yet, she can make him a mutant. So that's cool.
I'm just even if Hope Summers is completely useless, I'm gonna have a hard time putting up Doorman, Squirrel Girl, and Paste Pot Pete up against Rogue and Gambit.
I think they take it.
Convince me otherwise.
I mean, if Paste Pot Pete slows Gambit down by covering him in glue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Right?
what exactly? Yeah, but I still don't get how Gambit's powers translate.
Well, he actually, everything but his powers are perfect for this because he's naturally a gifted athlete.
Right. He's
Right,
agile.
right, sure.
He's quick. Yes.
Yeah, but it's not like he's really good at.
He's got hand-eye.
Is he good at throwing shit in general, or
Sure.
What are you kidding me? He throws playing cards. It's like the hardest thing in the world.
Hand-eye coordination.
The trajectory to a basket is not a throw.
Yeah, and also can he throw a non-kinetically charged thing as good as a charged thing? Is that why he's kick-ass with the cards because they're charged up or no?
No, that's the assassin's guild, the thieves guild teaching me how to throw things.
Yeah.
What is harder to throw than a playing card? Nothing.
No.
Yeah, but you're not throwing. That's what I'm saying. Is he can throw straight. But yes, he can hit a bullseye, but a bullseye is flat facing you. This is a basket. You need to arc.
He's an X-Man
all the time.
I feel like his card throwing powers are going to translate well to draining threes.
Yeah,
and he's always flipping around and doing shit because he's a trained thief.
Once you're so good at shooting baskets that it's not fun anymore, you learn to throw cards.
Fucking Kelly just said it right there. Gambit's going to be getting steals left and right.
All right, now, if you're selling me on Gambit's defense, I'm with you. But I still don't see it translate offensively.
Sure. No, 100% offense. And like Mahoney said, the charging things is the least of his powers that we need here because he is athletic, he is agile, he's nimble, he's fast, and he's a thief. And he can also blow up squirrels.
Man,
just in case it comes
grab
up.
a squirrel by the neck, grab a squirrel by the neck, fucking charge it, and then chuck it at somebody.
You don't even chuck it. You just gently toss it to Squirrel Girl. Alright, so Wikipedia says that Hope Summers can mimic mutant powers at their utmost capacity. However, she generates power levels that are potentially dangerous to people and the environment around her.
Well, then, but then she can go squirrel for squirrel. Then
yes,
is
assuming Squirrel Girl is a mutant.
Yeah,
I was about to say, is Squirrel Girl a mutant?
I don't know.
We're bad nerds.
I just found a picture of Gambit sinking shots in the X-Men book.
Oh, well, there you go. That's
honest to God, I thought you just said you found a picture of Gambit sinking knob.
I found a picture of Gambit exploding squirrels. Yeah, the X-Men play basketball all the time.
It's true.
Yeah, Squirrel Girl is in fact a mutant.
Not in Gambit's house, mon ami.
So then that squirrel for squirrel.
Yes, you got a squirrel on squirrel like battle happening in the middle of your fucking basketball game. It's like Saving Private Ryan with squirrels.
I just linked the picture in the chat.
Which chat?
Oh man, now I found another one of him just slam dunking.
All right. So what we got? Let's call it.
Yep, I appreciate the effort behind the D list, but I've got to go with Denham's X-Men.
Yeah,
and I didn't even mention that they're already a team essentially. Hope Summers less than Rogue and Gambit, and Rogue and Gambit do bicker back and forth, but they're all X-Men, so they've got that going for them.
I got to go with Denham's on this round, but I don't think they're going to make it out the second.
Yeah, I agree. I'm
replace Hope with Paste Pot Pete, and you got a perfect team.
Yeah, but Hope is he a mutant, or he just has?
No, just a guy with blue backpacks.
Just a man who loves being sticky.
Yeah, just a big sticky enthusiast. All right.
Comics are dumb.
Fine. Fucking Denham wins, I guess. Christ.
But you know what, Lee? You should feel proud because that should have been a landslide, and it wasn't. It wasn't. And Juan, you should be ashamed.
There was a solid 5 minutes where I was leaning towards the D list.
No, me too. Until I realized, like, wait, Gambit's probably good at basketball.
Right.
Yeah, then we found some photographic
I still
evidence
don't
proving
see
he
him
was.
scoring, though.
Kelly went to the
I
tape and
literally
fucked
sent you
me.
pictures of him scoring, Jose.
I don't believe it.
The only thing Gambit does is score.
Where did you even send those, Kelly?
The Hangout chat.
Oh, I didn't get them. Oh, there they are. We have to click a button that says Show Messages. God damn it.
Oh, wow.
Taking that shit to the hole. Look at him go. Yep.
He's like upside down. He's got his hand over his eyes and he's scoring, Jose. He's covering his eyes.
Is he dunking the ball or is he shooting?
He's
dunking.
shooting.
He's dunking in this one.
Well, yeah, he's dunking in one, but in the other, he covers his eyes, shoots the ball, and swishes it.
He's actually dunking an NBA branded ball in this one. Why would Marvel let that fly? Like, why do you have to put that it's NBA on there?
It was the 90s. Basketball was super hot.
Yeah.
Two
All right,
votes
okay.
for the
So what we
D
got
list.
Next up is
Lee, you got 2 votes for the D list in the chat.
fucking A right, I do. Fucking A. All right, next up is Zero's team. Team Basketball Titans. Beast Boy, Dick Grayson Robin, and Cyborg versus my other team of Deadman, Solomon Grundy, and the Spectre.
All right. I like this.
Let's see. Zero writes in. No, we didn't. That was for last week. So Zero did not write in for this week. That's okay. That's all right. Let me take a look at it. Let's see what we got. Now, as far as my team, I said, hey, what would be kind of a fun thematic name? How about the Dead Zone? Shit. I know 3 dead DC guys. Let's see. They got Dead Man. That's an obvious one. I said, Solomon Grundy's a big guy. What's the other one? Fuck it. We'll go with the Spectre. So.
Now, one of my teams, I had a player kicked off because they had reality-altering powers.
Now, only now that I'm Googling the Spectre to see what his fucking powers are, do I realize he too has omnipotent divine empowerment as a servant of God.
So, the Spectre is essentially just a pasty white dude in a Speedo with a cape and no powers.
No, he has all the powers.
No, he can't use them, though.
Nobody caught it until the game started, so he got it. That's on that's the fucking commissioner's fault.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have anything otherwise. He's in the game.
All right.
He's in the goddamn game. It's not my fault.
Sorry, Zero.
It was goddamn due diligence. It is not up to me to enforce these rules. I'm but a competitor.
I don't see any reason to draft Cyborg unless you're just looking for a black guy.
Right.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Like I feel like Zero was like, oh, he must be good at basketball.
Well, I think he probably started with the theme of the team first. He's like, oh, I want to do a Teen Titans team.
Oh, exactly.
Robin, Beast Boy, and Black Guy.
And he was like, let me run through the Titans in my head, and which one stands out to me as possibly the best at basketball? Oh, Cyborg.
Oh, holy shit.
Starfire, nah. Raven, nah. Oh, Cyborg.
But no, that being said, Beast Boy and Robin are nothing to fuck with.
It's true.
I think
Except
you can
the
apply.
The Spectre's going to basically send him to hell. So
Yeah, but Cyborg still has Black Guy powers.
Right.
that's true.
Right. Which means in the horror movie where they fight the Spectre, he dies first.
Right.
Solomon Grundy, I don't think is going to follow any of the plays. I feel like you're going to draw him up, be like, okay, go here, and he's going to just be he's going to be like over on the bench. He's going to be going to like the concessions.
He'll be in the concession stand with the purple man.
He's going to be like, they're going to look over, be like, Solomon, we're getting killed, and he's going to be like eating a pigeon. Like, where did you get that?
Snacking on a leftover squirrel.
Yeah.
From the last game. Yeah. But assuming he can like just stand still close, like, you know, like Beast Boy is not going to want to go over there for the aforementioned, you know, scroll snacking. Like, you know, that's terrifying. Like, it'd just be like Wild Game to Solomon Grundy.
It's true.
And
So
Deadman can, like, you know, Deadman can possess Cyborg. Suddenly we have their black guy.
There you go.
And we're that much more powerful.
So now it's Beast Boy and Robin against essentially Cyborg, Solomon Grundy, and the Spectre.
Right. Now, whether or not the Spectre gives a shit about the basketball game is something else. Like, because, you know, maybe he can't be bothered to participate and his powers won't matter. Who's to say? Tough. It's tough. Not necessarily a guaranteed win.
Going back to my original point, he is basically a pasty dead dude in a Speedo. So I don't want to cover him. Like, I don't want to get up in there and block him.
You think he plays like Rodman? He just tickles you?
Yeah. I think he's clearing some space down by the hoop because nobody wants to really be around him.
You know he doesn't smell right, yeah?
Right. You know, just in general. No, none of these, like Solomon Grundy, the Spectre, nobody wants to be near them.
No.
They're gross.
No, I think that counts for something because, boy, yeah, like no one likes that.
I don't think Solomon Grundy can dribble a ball though.
No.
No.
Now he's low post again. You just stick him down there in the lane, and he clogs it, and he swats shit out of the air.
Yeah, but just explodes it. Like it comes down the ball every time. He just explodes the ball.
I do agree with
Yeah, but
Mahoney's
that's a technical foul.
Yeah, I do
That's
agree with
about
Mahoney's
playing a game.
logic that Solomon Grundy isn't going to pay attention to the game. He's not going to be a team player. He's going to get distracted easily. The Spectre, I'm not allowing to have his reality-altering powers. Sorry. So he's crossed off the list, essentially. Deadman is your strongest player.
Fuck you.
Deadman's your strongest player, and I love the idea of Deadman possessing Cyborg. But then again...
No, why can't Spectre do his thing?
Because in the rules, it says you can't have reality-altering characters. This got past 0.
That's right.
It got past 0, but I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to allow... I personally...
fucking authority. You're not going to allow it.
In my fucking logic, in my vote...
What all the psychics powers are?
No,
in a way,
not
they
essentially.
alter the reality, the perception of the.
No, but
person
in
they're
this case, they
fucking
can actually rewrite reality.
I'm just saying, from my vote, from my standpoint, Spectre doesn't get to alter reality.
I don't remember fucking asking you, but okay, whatever. That's not what we were fucking voting on.
I like Robin because he's an acrobat. He's agile. He can do flips and shit. You know, he's also got accuracy with batarangs and
the same logic you applied to Gambit to Robin.
Yes. And Beast Boy I like because he could change into different animals and use their different powers no matter what he needs. He could change into a cheetah to go real fast around somebody. He could fucking turn into an eagle. He could turn into a giant fucking grizzly bear if he needed to. He's versatile.
It's a solid team. And
that
then
being said, he got a black guy. But that being said, 0 did let the Spectre slide by, so I might have to give it to Lee just on principle.
So walk me through this. What does the Spectre do? So he gets to keep all his powers. How does he win this basketball game?
He can do, apparently, according to this wiki article, he is capable of nearly any feat within his imagination. The Spectre is said to be the most powerful being in the world, save only to God. So that's really vague and DC-y. So I don't know. Hard to say.
Well, I think it's safe to say he can drain a 3.
Yeah, he can probably drain a 3 and, maybe he can just, turn the fucking ball into sand or something while you're trying to dribble it. Ooh,
you can't fuck with the ball like that, though. That's delay a game.
Well, it's not a ball anymore.
Now you're a ball, motherfucker.
He said, "It's football now." Welcome to the playoffs.
So,
touche, sir.
On the flip side, if you take away the Spectre's reality warping powers, his ability is listed as reality warping and immortality. So he basically just becomes a naked immortal on the court.
Guys, I'm not gonna die if you hit me.
Immortal, that's the name of my stand-up album.
Plus, Lee didn't even realize the Spectre's powers when he picked him. He was like, I'm just looking for a dead guy.
0.
Nobody knows what the Spectre's powers are.
Hell, we're just assuming this article is right.
Hey man, Wikipedia is pretty legit. I think Lee went in and changed Wikipedia before the show.
Enjoy that basketball.
Powers are basketball related.
Has the
Photoshop
ability to
picture of the
mimic
Spectre next to
all
Charles
areas.
Barkley.
All right, let me do one last thing. Let me search for the Spectre basketball. See if he's got any skills here.
Pictures of him doing dunks.
No pictures of the Spectre playing basketball. So.
Him and Deadman are pretty much two of the widest players we have in this whole tournament. They're basically the Washington Generals of the actual fantasy basketball league.
I think I'm going to have to go 0.
Yeah, I'm going with the Titans.
That's fine. Pick the losing team. It's fine.
Where you standing, Jose?
So are we allowing these powers or not? What's going on?
I don't think you can allow the powers. And even if you allow the powers, turning the ball to sand isn't really all that great.
I still see that as a technical foul, though, as delay a game.
Yeah.
It's just like a player kicking the ball into the crowd, or once the ball leaves the court or dribbled or pushed away from the game, it becomes a penalty. So the other team's just shooting free throws all day, and he's just like, but it's not a basketball anymore.
Every time Robin puts up a shot, it turns into like a Tostino pizza roll.
the next when I try to throw a shot, suddenly everyone's just in Boulder, Colorado. Like, well, we were playing basketball. I thought we were having lunch.
And now, here are your parents conceiving you.
And also, nothing but nets.
Count it. Stupid.
No, fuck you. I win.
You know what? I'm going dead zone. just because 0 let it slip.
Oh, Robin, I really hope you're having a lovely time here at this basketball game. No one came to watch your parents.
All right, on a squeaky, just glitch of just not being caught. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lee. Lee's
oh my God! So we got 0. Oh, yep. Juggalo John in the chat says dead zone. I think dead zone takes it.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's fitting. It's fitting that he loses to the team that he didn't catch.
But I feel like the dead zone should be. You get your 1, but I feel we have to be super stringent with them in later rounds.
Yeah, because the commissioner's onto it now.
Right.
Yeah, don't worry. He'll change their mind. It'll be fine.
All right, let's get on to our last match of this
Last
first round.
match this week. Last match. Let's see. Lastly, this week we got what do we got? We got Jason Nyes' Gotham Rogues. We got Deadshot, Deathstroke, and Clayface. Solid. Versus Mahoney's FYI, Infectious Last will always give the other team diarrhea.
Solid team name.
Of Infectious Last. Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane. So, Nyes, I'm going to let you go first. Tell us about the Gotham Rogues.
All right, so we got Deadshot, who's essentially the bullseye of the DC universe. So he's going to make his shot 100% of the time. Deathstroke is bad guy Batman. He's a crazy ninja athlete, also a marksman. He's great. Clayface, again, a low post man. He can not only stretch and change the shape of his body, but he can also mimic the other team members and also mimic their powers if need be. So if Infectious Last makes Clayface shit his pants, not only are you not going to notice it because he's Clayface, but then Clayface can make Infectious Last shit her pants.
How's that?
No, he doesn't mimic powers.
I believe he does.
No, he's made of clay.
Yeah, no, he can do appearance, not powers, though.
I don't know about powers.
Yeah, like if your power is turning your hand into a sword, then sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some proof on this one.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, what do you got, Mahoney? While he's
So
looking that up.
while Nyes Googles whether or not Clayface can steal people's powers. So, you got Jimmy the Kid Olsen, you got Lois the Assassin Lane, and then Infectious Lass.
Who the fuck is Infectious Lass?
Infectious Lass is a member of the Legion of Superheroes, and her power is that she is.
I have
power,
no doubt that she is a Legion member.
Her power is that she can make people sick. And so step 1, beginning of every single game, she's given that other team violent diarrhea.
Holy shit. Yeah, this is a real thing.
So good luck. Good luck, Deadshot. Sinking all your baskets while you're shitting your pants.
On the Wikipedia of Clayface, Sandra Fuller, who was a Clayface at one point, has shape-shifting powers and power duplication.
Okay, but that is you doing that? Or are you doing Basil? What the fuck's his name?
I didn't specify.
Well, you got to specify.
You can even take away the power duplication. I will go classic.
All I'm saying is the Clayface I know.
I'll go classic Clayface. But let the record show that there is a Clayface with power duplication. I will go classic Clayface. Still can mimic the other team members, can stretch, can create mudslides.
Can become dens and shit. Yeah,
is fucking huge.
Solid guard guy.
As far as Deadshot making a shot while shitting his pants, yeah, he'll do it.
But here's the thing about Deadshot. Deadshot is like the world's greatest marksman. Like, he'll hit any shot with a gun. I don't necessarily know that translates like a bullseye level of accuracy with anything.
Did you see Suicide Squad, Lee? He was black in that.
I do remember that, yes.
Come on now.
So you got Will Smith
Deadshot here, too.
Like, he didn't, like, at no point did Will Smith, like, fucking flick a peanut and, like, bounce off a chair and go down some dude's throat. Like, that's a bullseye move.
Yeah. We're using the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie as precedent here.
But, all right. So remember
the bullseye move in any world.
Remember the scene in Suicide Squad when those like demon things were coming, and then Deadshot climbed up on top of the car to stop them, and then he immediately just started shitting his pants, and he couldn't stop any of them because of his violent diarrhea.
Deadshot.
That's how crippling violent diarrhea is.
Deadshot has no superhuman powers, but is the top marksman in the DC universe, possessing superhuman-like precision and regularly boasting to never miss his target. That's not specific to...
What's his on the toilet percentage?
I feel like if you're at the top of your game, no matter what, shitting your pants isn't going to change that. You're going to power through
it. But two things. Okay, but like Jimi Hendrix, one of the best guitar players to ever live. That doesn't mean he can play the fucking cello. Nor does it mean he can play the guitar while shitting his pants.
Yeah, but at some point you just accept it, and you just play the game. Now, here's
you got all the abdominal cramps and all the other nonsense that comes with it.
You do to combat that? You low post their team for the whole shot clock, and let's see how long you keep that diarrhea flowing, and it's on you too.
That's fine because Lois is out there beyond the 3-point line draining shots.
Where? In what fucking universe?
In our universe.
The lowest playing Jimmy Olsen.
I am fully confident that Jimmy Olsen could just sink shots.
No, fuck you.
No, I am. Based on the Jimmy Olsen that is in the 1970s Jack Kirby run on Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen's kind of a badass, knocking dudes out, tossing shit around.
So you telling me a 70s white boy?
He's the Larry Bird of this tournament.
Yeah.
Yep. Zero in the chat says Clayface should be immune to the poopy pants, and Deathstroke is such a professional he'd just ignore the poop dripping down his legs. And I say
nobody can just ignore poop.
Ignore the poop.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think about
Clayface is 100% immune to the poop.
You got to think about like soldiers in a foxhole, like in the middle of a war, like if you got poopy tummy, you can't just go like sit it out. You have to power through that shit.
That's fine, but they're not. Let's say there's a bunch of soldiers sitting in their foxhole, shitting their pants. They're not hitting all those opposing soldiers as accurately as they maybe would be if they weren't shitting their pants.
I'll give you this.
But all they need to do is just get the shot off and hit rim. Clayface might be pulling out the rebound.
Yeah,
Clayface is going to have to be doing everything.
Yeah,
everybody else is going to be laying on the ground shitting their pants.
Let's say Deadshot and Deathstroke both are laying on the ground shitting their pants. We agree that Clayface is immune to the pants shitting because he doesn't wear pants. He's essentially
basically a giant pile of diarrhea anyway.
Exactly.
But here's the other problem, though. Let's say they make every shot. That's fine. But they got to play defense, so the other team's scoring all the time now.
Which team are you talking about? Which team are you talking about?
Whatever. The team giving him the fucking shits, man. They got to play defense.
The team name, Jose, the team name is FYI Infectious Blast will give the other team diarrhea.
My point is that even if you just have it Clayface up against Infectious Blast, Jimmy Olsen, and Lois Lane, I think Clayface has taken down all three of them.
No, he can't. Clayface has no basketball ability that suggests that he can stop three people.
Sure.
On his own.
But because he's malleable, he can stretch, he could fucking change.
Also, these days, he can kind of create duplicates of himself, too.
Yes. I also read that. And he can kind of...
3 players on the court at one time.
That's a good point, Jose. Good point.
No, he can't multiply. You can't, because then now it's 5-on-3, and that's not what the game is. The game is a 3-on-3 tournament.
That's fine.
Fine. We let the scrolls on a minute ago.
No, but those aren't players. That was a suit. They were a suit.
Yeah, but I said when you brought that up, she has to be in a suit. Same thing with Iron Man. The Iron Man suit can come into play, but he's got to be in it. Considered one player.
Even if you
have
take
the squirrels form themselves into a fourth squirrel player.
Even if you take Deadshot and Deathstroke out of the equation, which I don't agree with, I will still put up Clayface against all three of them.
Well, but you might not be able to take them out offensively, but they still have to play defense. Now they can
play
make
defense while shitting your pants the whole of the ball game.
Yes, it is. I've done it.
Probably not well, right?
I got to give this one to Mahoney.
But I'm still not sold on what makes Lois Lane. Okay, you sold me on Jimmy Olsen. 70s white boy, I'll give him that.
Fuck you, sold you on Jimmy Olsen. That's Jimmy Olsen going against Clayface. Jimmy Olsen.
It's Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, and Infectious Blast going against Clayface.
And I totally believe that Jimmy Olsen has something in his back pocket from the Cadmus Institute that'll take out Clayface.
No, you can't do that because it's got to be something. It's got to be something that he would normally have with him.
Open. Down low.
Yep. All they got to do is layups.
Because the other guys are shitting their pants. But now here's the downfall of them shitting their pants everywhere. That court's very slippery. Which that affects everybody.
But it benefits Clayface because Clayface is sliding around anyhow.
Yeah, but he's busy covering Jimmy.
I think we're skipping over the duplicate thing, the duplicate part of Clayface's powers. Because think about it. If we're talking about Damian Madrox, we wouldn't say you couldn't do it.
Right. No, we would. Because you can't have more than 3.
You can't
have a 3-on-3 basketball game featuring multiple man, which turns it into a 300-on-3 basketball game.
Okay, how about this?
Damian Madrox, those are different people at that point. They're duplicates. Whereas with different personalities and whatnot, but Clayface are just duplicates of himself. Like a hive mind.
Don't even consider it duplicates. Considering it, he has stretched into multiple.
Right, that's basically what he's doing. Yeah.
And I'll put it this way. How about this way?
Not allowing it.
Deadshot and Deathstroke are shitting their pants. Substitute them for 2 Clayfaces. So we got 3 Clayfaces now.
Yeah, but your team coming in wasn't 3 Clayfaces.
Yeah, well,
But each Clayface is like a third of the size of your original Clayface.
Yeah, but I'm not getting in trouble for
So you got, like,
too many
Clayface
men.
midgets.
Yeah, but you can't have substitutions.
I'll put Lois Lane up against a Clayface midget 7 days a week.
Okay, it's not
Yeah.
it's not a substitution, but now I don't have more than 3 people on the court at one time. If they're
But
out,
then how are Deadshot? How are they draining baskets?
The chat
I'm
seems to be
saying
on my side with this too. Yeah, the chat agrees. Multiple Clayfaces is okay.
I'm saying that if we're taking Deadshot and Deathstroke out of the game, which I don't agree with, if we're taking them out, I have ways
Yeah, but they're
to
not
fix
out
that.
of the game. No one's taking them out of the game. They're just shitting their pants. But you're saying that they can still play, so they're still in the game.
Yeah,
I just think their defense.
If they can still play, then they're fucking shit up. I'm saying worst case scenario, if they're pooping their pants and they can't move whatsoever, Clayface is still taking down those other 3 players.
You know what happens? So she makes them shit their pants. Let's say the highly unlikely situation that Deadshot can still sink a basketball while he's violently shitting his pants. Now you have the flu. Like, we'll just keep piling the shit on until he's so sick he can't
What if
stand
she
it.
makes Clayface just be full of tumors?
There you go. I'm going to give Clayface cancer.
Can you make Clayface cry so much he just?
All right, let's go. All right, let's vote. I'm
Wouldn't
going,
hold on? Wouldn't giving Clayface cancer be considered violence? Or wouldn't it be considered? Wouldn't it be considered?
Sees me give him cancer.
Wouldn't that be considered murder?
Fill him full of tumors.
So, like, I just get cancer, and then what? 20 years later, I end up dying, or what?
No. It's really bad.
Yeah,
It's like
immediate
really-
stage 4.
Yeah.
But like after the game, though, she takes it away, so it's cool.
Yeah.
You know what? Real funny joke, guys. But vote for the correct team. You know what I'm saying? I love Mahoney's creativity. But you're essentially voting for a making everybody shit their pants joke.
No.
Zero.
This is
Oh,
not a
the
make
commissioner-
everybody shit their pants joke. This is a make everybody shit their pants strategy.
The commissioner in the chat,
Here's my
says giving them diseases counts as violence.
Oh,
It depends on the severity of the disease.
How are the 2 girls not sold on what makes their basketball abilities winnable? You sold me on Olsen, but I don't get the other.
So
The girl makes them shit their pants, but then what?
Infectious Lass does have her Legion flight ring, so she'll be able to fly.
And
But she
Lois
still
Lane,
has to dribble the ball. So I think anyone with flying abilities is a waste of a talent in basketball.
no,
in
because
foot-
Lois, Jimmy,
In football,
For
flying is
for alley oops.
Yeah.
Jimmy's got the ball, passes it around Clayface to Lois, sends it up towards Infectious Lass, dunk. 2 points, reset. And then the refs
I don't
come
know.
out and they shovel the shit out.
Now, okay, here's my only thing.
this is
There's
my
my only
favorite out of context line I've ever seen in the chat thread.
Let's just say
They're one thing, but cancer and AIDS are a no-no.
okay. So the game starts, and except for Clayface.
Yep.
Now Clayface
Now-
can move. Now you have the Great White Hope, Jimmy Olsen,
Yep.
who is
Also-
Larry Bird on steroids.
As
But-
they're shitting their pants, Infectious Lass has told Clayface she's given him cancer, but didn't really actually give him cancer.
So you know what? And then Clayface is like, you know what? I'm gonna win this one for Deadshot and Deathstroke as they're over there wiping their butts, and this will be my last heroic effort before I die of cancer. Thanks, Infectious Lass. And I'm also going to talk to the commissioner after the game. I'm gonna appeal this ruling. Can Infectious Lass? Can she uncancer me?
Yeah.
She doesn't have to because she didn't give you cancer.
She just said
She just told you she did. And you believe her because you're watching everyone shit their pants.
Oh, the old cancer gambit, you know.
Oh, no, Cancer Gambit was in the last game. How about some of that? Chemotherapy, mon ami.
Oh, god damn.
I gotta give it to Clayface because I think Clayface is the key. Because
Clayface
all he
is one guy.
has to do, yeah, but all he has
And he
to
thinks he
do,
has cancer.
all he has to do is shut down Olsen. Because the other guys are still playing and they're violently diarrhea. And they're diarrheaing just all over these two chicks. And I don't think they can guard them. Because
first of all,
even best, let's say worst case, they shoot 30%.
Nobody's diarrhea all over Infectious Lash. She's flying through the sky.
Yeah, but she still has to dribble the ball. The higher
she just
flies,
has to catch the ball.
Yeah, but
she doesn't have to dribble. She just has to receive it, sink it.
But there's no way Jimmy Olsen is getting off enough passes past Clayface. He's going to get them, but
Jimmy Olsen's getting off.
All right, it's time.
I don't think the two girls are enough to carry the team because Clayface has the potential to shut Jimmy Olsen.
I think, Jose, you're giving a little too much credit to Jimmy fucking Olsen.
No. He's
I'm sorry.
On.
Do you mean Jimmy the Kid?
I am team 70s white boy Jimmy Olsen all the way. But I just think if you had somebody else other than Lois Lane, maybe.
If I had somebody else other than Lois Lane, this would be the most unfair team in the history of basketball.
That was his point, because it was originally Dr. Manhattan, Jimmy Olsen, and Lois Lane. So then he was like, who else can I make everyone shit their pants? So changed it to Infectious Lash. He threw in Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane as an insult to whoever gets beat by this team. I made you shit your pants, and then I had Lois Lane dunking on you.
So, and I would like to point out that literally the only one of Dr. Manhattan's powers I had any interest in using was his ability to make the other team shit their pants.
Oh, guess what the Spectre's going to do the next round?
Well, that's why I was asking you what he was going to do. Because turning the ball to sand is no good, but making them shit their pants, that's a solid strategy.
All right, let's call it. I'm going Mahoney's team.
Yeah, me too.
You
me 3.
No, Mahoney, you don't get a vote.
Well, then you get a vote?
No, I don't get a vote.
I can't because I don't see the other two carrying the team enough.
Well,
because Clayface is scoring, but who's guarding Clayface?
Jimmy.
Okay. All right. Juggalo John also gives Gotham Rogues the hit, so it's up to 0 to pick the winner.
And he says Clayface beats Mahoney's poopy pants. Game over.
There you go. All right.
It's ridiculous.
Thank you, chat. Love you guys.
But let the record be shown. It was a close.
Wait, why can't you make Clayface poop?
Because he's poop already.
The idea is that you can make him shit, but he's not going to care.
Have an asshole?
He'll just turn into a big pile of poop. And
he's used to just being a giant pile of diarrhea. So what does he care?
But like the being covered, like diarrhea, that's not like.
But I don't think Clayface has like organs and shit.
Yeah, you show me Clayface.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't think Clayface even has like a digestive tract to like give the shits to.
It's all beside the point because Clayface is over there spending the whole game thinking about his cancer that he doesn't have.
Yeah, but
tying up loose ends.
He is a performer, so this is his spotlight. He's going to go out.
The man just found out he has cancer.
Yeah, and now he's going to turn that into his favor.
He's going to give it. He's going to give it the performance of his lifetime.
I just don't see Jimmy Olsen stopping Clayface down low.
Jimmy Olsen doesn't have to stop Clayface because
he has to.
No, because even if Clayface scores 2 points every time,
why do we think Clayface is going to be good at basketball?
Right, Clayface barely has hands. How's he even going to grip the ball?
Oh, he has with his little poopy stick.
Poopy fist. I don't think he's got like. I don't think he'll be able to dribble.
He doesn't have to dribble.
They already won. They already won. Judges ruled. So next week we begin.
What's the brackets? What's up?
Round 2 is next week. So next week we've got Space Jam versus looks like we got fucking Portals, I think.
And who is Space Jam again?
Silver Surfer, Super Skrull, and Thanos.
Then we got the Fantastic 3 taking on. Was it Denham's X-Men? Yeah, they won, right? The X-Men won this one.
Yeah.
They beat my fucking amazing team. You shits. Then we got Juggalo Johns. The other ones taking on. I don't know. That must be
Dead Zone.
Dead Zone. And then Villains on the Run taking on the narrowly victorious Gotham Rogues. By the skin of their fucking shitty pants.
Yeah, Villains on the Run should be thankful they're not going to have to be dealing with violent diarrhea.
Yeah.
Well,
man, next week Thanos is going to use the Infinity Gauntlet to fill the Portals team's pants full of shit, and Blink is going to use her portals to fill Space Jam's team pants full of shit.
It's going to be an infinite shit loop.
Every time you try to put shit in the Portals team's pants, Blink's going to teleport it into your own pants.
Oh my god. Valiant fucking effort, Mahoney. You almost had me. I had to go to the chat had to save my ass.
I maintain the chat is incorrect.
Yeah, I'm still, because like diarrhea is your full body. It's not just, oh man, I pooped. You're like, oh man, I'm dehydrated and just my asshole hurts and fucking my stomach.
But Deadshot's fighting through that.
No, he's not.
I think Deadshot is.
Look at that guy's mustache. You think he's gonna fight through that?
Yeah.
Oh god.
He's gonna say, "You're not paying me enough," and he's gonna go home. Both him and Deathstroke are gonna do that.
No, I can.
Then Clayface is just gonna be over there crying his eyes out, trying to win one for himself.
I had it backwards. Deadshot doesn't handle it. Deathstroke fights through it.
Yeah, because Deathstroke was on an island all by himself.
I had it wrong. That's what I meant.
He's been shitting his pants for years.
Deadshot, definitely, yes. You're not paying me. My salary's not enough for this pain.
Now,
but I still don't see the girls being effective enough.
Why do you hate women, Jose?
You show me a girl who wants to play basketball where she's getting violently pooped on the whole. You show me not just show me one, show me two.
Yeah, Google that, Jose.
Flash is in the air, and Lois Lane is in the shit all the time.
Yeah, but if she's
and why do we assume that this shit is just flowing out of these men's clothing?
Yeah, it's still limited. It's still limited to how much shit they can have.
Yeah, but
it's not an actual river of shit.
It's violent diarrhea. That's the river I was fucking flowing my boat down.
It's not like they're gonna get swept away. It's not turning into the Mississippi.
Yeah, but if they're if you got two guys violently diarrhea for a full game, the floor is gonna get wet.
Oh, the floor is gonna get wet, but not to the degree you're worried about.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a shit river.
No.
It's bad, but it's like. You can only puke so much before you're just dry heaving.
Right.
Yeah. So they're going to be whatever the equivalent of dry shitting is.
They're going to die.
Essentially.
They're going to get that dysentery.
Then you're already breaking rules.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to let them die. If they start to die, we'll bring them back a little bit, like a waterboarding.
Yeah, that doesn't sound...
but for your asshole.
That doesn't sound violent at all. And isn't Infectious Lass, isn't she peaceful?
Well,
isn't she a hero?
She's also very competitive.
Like she's playing basketball.
Normally, peaceful characters wouldn't be out for blood, or in this case, diarrhea.
Not want to lose like a bitch. All right, let's have a combo. Get the fuck out of here.
I honestly didn't think I was going to have to work so hard to battle Infectious Lass.
I didn't think I was going to have to work so hard. I thought this was a no-brainer.
The problem with comic books is the ink comes off on your hands. Every time you turn the page, you have to wash your hands.
Let's see. So, what comic books did someone shit their pants this week? Hard to say. I don't know.
Hire us, Marvel. Or DC.
Real quick, make this fast because I haven't had the focus to talk about much else after this nonsense. Boy, Defenders #1 sure was really good. And it is gorgeous. This David Marquez character that Bendis is hanging out with, man. Holy shit. There's a page in here with Black Cat on a rooftop. Where just the way he broke down the panels and the way this laid out is just fucking cool. Like some shit you never seen before. Just like one image of her face broken up into 4 panels in a really effective way. That's really cool. And so you team up with your Luke Cages, your Daredevils, your Iron Fist, Jessica Jones going up against Diamondback, who's back from the dead. And that's cool. That's fine. They're shades of Netflix, but still very much the characters from the comic books. And so Cage goes wrecking shit on Diamondback, and Diamondback says, "Hey, I got you, dog. I'm gonna blow some shit in your face that makes you really sick, because your skin ain't shit compared to this poison gas I got for you," which is a pretty clever move.
Man, imagine if Luke Cage shit his pants.
Right. You know what you do to a guy who's got steel skin? You give him the shits. Incapacitated.
Luckily, Diamondback is a fan of the Popcast. I want a nickel, Bendis. I want a nickel. Just saying. I really liked it. I thought it flowed well. It was gorgeous. It was Bendis writing all these characters that he loves, and frankly, characters that I love. So it was really good. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm on board for this as long as he'll fucking do it. I think it's great.
It bums me out to see him writing this new Daredevil.
Right?
It's like, man, why can't everything just be like it used to?
Yeah, just close your eyes and pretend it's not. Like, that's what I'm doing. I'm just like, no, this isn't the same Daredevil. This is the good one. But, also, last week in the fucking Daredevil book, Daredevil teamed up with Luke Cage and Echo, and Charles Soule wrote it as if it was the first time they ever met, and I about lost my goddamn mind. I'm like, no, that's not... No. Like, they were... Echo and Luke Cage were on, one of the most publicized Avengers teams in the history of the fucking franchise. Like, you don't get to say they just met. That's just dumb. Oh, they also explained how Daredevil did the thing where nobody knows who he is anymore, finally.
Oh, how?
It was the Purple Kids.
So, how'd they get everyone?
They, the Purple Man was rounding him up, trying to get his powers and shit like that, doing what he does. He had got some contraption that was going to let him, amplify his powers and do evil Purple Man shit. Daredevil beat him up, like Daredevil does. And then the kids decided to basically do him a fucking favor. And so the kids put the genie back in the bottle for him using the same machine.
Oh.
So, Matt goes home to visit Kristen, who just kind of get attacked. And she's like, oh, yeah, and if you see Matt, let him know whatever the fuck. And he's like, wait, what? And now we can't find the kids.
Okay.
Yeah. I did not hate that story, but I hate that they told it 2.5 years later.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. What else? Really enjoyed Old Man Logan, number 25, with that Mike Deodato artwork. You got...
Yeah, that looked great.
Fucking looks so good. You got Wolverine fighting a shitload of Hulks. Because it looked like somehow... the Banner kids from the Wastelands have teamed up with Maestro, and they're in this universe now. And Wolverine decides, well, better go kill me a whole bunch of Hulks. And he violently kills a whole bunch of Hulks in this issue, and it looks fucking cool. The one guy just lunges for him, and so he just puts his entire fistful of claw through his fucking face. It's pretty wonderful. I thought it was great. Looks great. And the last thing I'll talk about real quick is Invader Zim number 20, because boy, it was fun. It was real fun. So, Zim's creating this blob monster that when it matures will grow in size and help him take over the Earth. And instead of that actually happens, he gets distracted for 6 years watching 300 seasons of a shitty cartoon with Gurr while the monster does mature, does take over the Earth.
Long arms of
He gets tired of waiting for him to come and tell him what to do, so he helps rebuild civilization and goes out into space to spread his benevolence across the stars and cosmos. It's so fucking funny, you guys. It's so goddamn funny. It was great. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Real quick in and out. It was a good week for comics. Good stuff. I liked it. That I think that Betty and Veronica book Adam Hughes does came out too, but I can't be bothered to care because the last issue came out 6 months ago. That's not how you do comics. I'm sorry, I'm out. Sorry, Adam Hughes. Later.
Did you read Dark Days: The Forge?
Oh yeah, that was kind of cool.
I'm back on the Scott Snyder is not a very good writer train.
What?
I did not like that at all.
Really?
I felt that it seemed like it was written by some guy who's never read a Batman comic but has seen like the cartoons and the movies and is convinced that he can write a great Batman comic.
How so?
All right, so here we got, he's gonna use Hawkman, make Hawkman actually cool for once, He's got the nth metal stuff. No one ever does anything with that. Batman's got so many secrets. Like, so many secrets, dude. You don't even know. He's got a Black Ops team. That's how secret. He's got a secret lair underneath the Fortress of Solitude.
And he had a Batcave in his Batcave.
He's got a Batcave in his Batcave. And guess who's in the Batcave? It's the Joker. Like, it was dumb. It was real dumb. And anything tied into Hawkman, fuck that. Hawkman sucks.
Yeah, it did have that. It does have that unfortunate thing of having to, not having to, but like, I guess the goal is to tell like a big DC story and play with all the toys. And like some of those toys are fucking stupid, like Hawkman.
Hawkman wrote like a letter to someone or a book about the danger of the nth metal, but no one read it because he's fucking Hawkman and who gives a shit?
I want to think that is the Amazon review of Hawkman's book in the DCU. Hawkman on the dangers of nth metal. 1 star. Who gives a shit? You're Hawkman. Yeah, I mean that's all valid. Like it just, I liked it because it was a lot of just kind of. It was a kind of a mosaic book of like, hey, here's all these characters, real quick in and out. Here's what these guys are doing. I think it was very much just kind of setting the stage for a thing, and I think it did that okay. I liked that. That was pretty cool.
Did they even once mention the dark multiverse that is like the center point of this Batman metal thing?
Yeah. Isn't like when, wasn't someone looking into the past or the future or some shit? And there was
I don't even remember at this point.
Yeah, I think there was something like that. Somebody, maybe the Immortal Man was talking to some dude about it. Maybe. I seem to remember like a hologram of 2 Earths next to each other, which is a thing DC fucking loves to do. God damn, they love holograms of 2 Earths next to each other.
Yeah, they do.
I liked it. That was all right.
Yeah, I was not a fan. And I've been enjoying Snyder as of late, because like All-Star Batman's been good, and After Death was really good. What else? I'm trying to think of what even came out last week. I don't know. I got no idea. That's what I got. I don't know.
Good enough. I accept it.
I'm just thinking about shit in my pants.
I'm just saying, it's hard not to think about it now.
I don't have any comics, but I can tell you that Twitter is fairly unanimous in its belief that you cannot play basketball with diarrhea. Christopher Schmidt, at the CM Schmidt, he says that his diarrhea ended his basketball career.
My diarrhea is untreatable and has ended my basketball career.
I'm going to retweet and fave that.
Almost fell victim to explosive diarrhea during that last game. No more quesadillas before basketball, with quesadillas horribly misspelled.
That's the worst misspelling.
Spell quesadillas, Kelly.
Idiots.
CASIDILLAS.
Oh my god. Expert use of Twitter, Mahoney, by the way.
then now a response that says, "Why the fuck is there a can't play basketball with diarrhea spam happening in my Twitter feed?" Somebody gotta wake Green Day up.
God.
Oh man, don't even talk to me before I've had my coffee in the morning.
I like that this guy who almost died from, or his diarrhea was untreatable, has not tweeted since Christmas Day.
Last year, he's dead. He's dead. The diarrhea killed him.
Oh God! All right. Well, we got Nadia. Anything we're talking about?
Not a goddamn thing, except for both my fucking actual fantasy basketball teams are going on to the second round, baby. Know it.
I guess they are. God damn. Solid choices. Jose, anything before we wrap up?
I saw Wonder Woman before we headed out to Washington. Liked it. Ending fell apart a little bit for me. Wish it started weaker and then ended stronger instead of started strong, ended a little weak.
The fight with Ares was definitely the least impressive part.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
And
It's kind of odd.
it's
It
just
got weird.
indicative of most superhero movies these days. Is that
Sure.
that third act?
Yeah. Stand in front of the green screen, throw things at each other slowly.
Yeah. But I liked it. I dug it. Good movie.
Good.
Well done.
Speaking of movies, to wrap up, I'm going out tomorrow night.
Nope. Cut the feed.
Transformers the last night.
So, okay. I saw a commercial in the hotel that said it was the end of the chapter.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's the last Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, it's the last, but also like the last two were the last Michael Bay movies. Like he said, after 3 and 4, he was done. So like, no, he loves money too much to ever stop doing these fucking things. So, but I guess they're already talking about doing a Bumblebee movie that's coming out like next year.
Oh yay!
Yeah.
But like a Bumblebee movie set in the 80s, where like it's about a dude and Bumblebee, like like Transformers. That could be kind of fun if that's what they do. But
that might be, actually, that might be kind of cool. 80s Bumblebee.
They've confirmed it's set in the 80s, so like a boy in his car, not directed by Michael Bay, could be kind of neat. So
It's just Herbie the Love Bug.
Yeah, you got to go with
But
the
a
bug,
robot, right?
You got to go with the bug, yeah.
But before we get to that, we got to get through this movie that has knights, dragons,
Nazis,
and Anthony Hopkins.
I watched a video review of Transformers The Last Night today that said, you know how bad those other Transformers movies were? This is even worse.
Oh. I'm excited for it to come out because I would like to never see the preview again.
Agreed.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. No, that's
Same
true.
with Valerian.
Yes.
Valerian
Couldn't
might
agree
actually
more.
be good, though. But it could not be.
But I feel like I've been seeing the trailer for that for a good 3 years now.
Yeah, I got my ticket for $4, so I feel good about that.
Still $8
How'd you
too
pull
much.
that off?
Seriously.
T-Mobile?
T-Mobile Tuesdays, dog. T-Mobile Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We got our Wonder Woman tickets for $4 a piece. And I think we got our Suicide Squad tickets for free because of T-Mobile Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Kelly, if you just go to the movie theater and ask them if you can pay $4 to see Transformers, they'll probably let you.
Oh, would you please? Would you see it for $4?
So
You
yeah,
can't back out now. You already said.
I believe Thatcher's going with me because Thatcher's ride or die. The rest of you bitches are just like, no, don't go. He's like, no, I got you, dog. That's right. Yeah, I tweeted about going to see the Transformers movie, and it was like, like the suicide hotline reaching back to me. It was my replies for like a solid 3 hours were like, oh God, no, don't. Are you okay? No, people love you.
Because
right, like it gets better.
because you don't want to see it, but you're seeing it anyhow.
It's who I am.
It's not. You can be Lee Rodriguez without seeing the 5th Transformers movie.
I don't know that I can.
You can't.
Lee's going to show up at the theater, and the very first thing that's going to happen is you're going to get explosive diarrhea.
You don't have to. You don't have to give back any of your Optimus Primes. You can be the same Lee Rodriguez you always were, but you know what? If you don't see the Transformers movie, you got 3 hours more of your life to live.
But what if it's good? What if this is the good one?
It won't
And that's just denial. That's just
you can just, if it's the good one, you go see it like the next day.
I appreciate it more when you know that it's going to be horrible than when you try and lie to yourself that it might be good.
I know it's going to be horrible.
Because I remember when people were saying that Dark of the Moon was good, and I was like, oh, let's go see it. And I was like, nope, that was the same shit, different day.
I kind of like Dark of the Moon. Dark of the Moon is probably my favorite one, I think. Because as dumb as it is, it, to me, plays like an episode of the cartoon, at least. Like, the bad guy plot is big and goofy and dumb, but is clear enough to follow, which is not something you can say about a lot of those movies. So I still like Dark of the Moon. I had, quote unquote, wanted to see Age of Extinction again before I went and see this one because I don't remember much about it and it was a long time ago. But that motherfucker is long. It's longer than this one even. I just didn't have time to devote to it.
How are you going to follow the events of The Last Night without refreshing yourself on the integral plot points from Age of Extinction?
God damn it. Who knows? Who knows? Here's the thing. The plot of Age of Extinction could be integral to it, right? Or it could disregard it completely. There is, frankly, precedence for both within this series.
And apparently Optimus Prime is only in it for 10% of the movie.
Oh, that's cool. Neat.
Like how much is Mark Wahlberg in there?
119%.
Sweet.
Like at one point, he turns into Clayface and creates a whole 5-on-5 basketball team of Mark Wahlbergs, and they all shit their pants as they're dunking on each other.
Because remember, Marky Mark is not a nice person.
He is not a nice person. He will chuck a brick at your robot head.
And then I talk about how you don't mess with people from Texas.
So the other day, speaking of Marky Mark not being a nice person, the other day I heard somebody claim that he didn't blind that guy. Remember, he like hit an Asian guy in the face with a brick.
Oh yeah, right.
Right. And I was like, that can't be right. So I did a little bit of independent research, and what happened is like 20 years later, the Asian guy was like, "Oh no, I was already blind when he hit me in the face with the brick." So I was like,
"Oh
yeah,
God,
sure you were, buddy, sure." So I don't
Here's
believe
the
that
thing.
Asian guy for
It's
a second.
either one, sure you were, buddy, sure, or two, you were, and he clocked in the face with a brick anyway. Like neither one of them makes Marky Mark look good.
Yeah, what is worse, beating a blind guy with a brick or blinding a guy with a brick?
Exactly. It's a 0-win scenario for Marky Mark. Fuck, that's crazy. So yeah,
I mean, that totally sounds to me like Marky Mark goes to him with a briefcase full of cash and is like, "Tell everybody we're blind before I got you."
Tell everyone you're blind already.
Free Wahlburgers for life.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, you can't see. All right.
I'm going to save you a seat next to Johnny Drama.
I look pretty good, so you don't look bad yourself. It doesn't really matter, but if you could just tell everyone that you didn't know what you looked like before I hit you with that brick, that'd be all right.
Real quick, allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I think it's
allegedly.
I think he actually did time for hitting him with the brick. Like, I don't think it's allegedly.
Oh, okay.
And he publicly apologized. He publicly apologized to the guy too.
Well, he publicly apologized because California won't give him his liquor license for Wahlburgers,
right?
Because of the felony on his record.
That's fucking crazy.
Which is coincidentally around the same time that the guy was like, "No, I was already blind."
He's like, "Come on, feel it."
Yeah,
you know, I was a different person back then, but you were the same person, the same blind person.
Hey, all kidding aside, not for nothing, he's probably not the same dude that beat you with a fucking head him with a brick now, but you don't get to just expunge that from your record. You got to carry that with you.
I tried to convince them that it was Donnie and not me, but they wouldn't believe it.
It was
He
Jordan.
was the one that was in the Saw movies.
Guys,
Donnie was gonna take the fall, but that bitch wife of his kept telling him, "No, you can't do that. We got kids." And I kept saying, "Jenny, Go fucking clean my bathroom.
We had different hotel rooms in DC this weekend, and I went to Jose's room one night, and he was watching an ESPN 30 for 30 documentary on the Lakers-Celtics rivalry. And it was cool because the different parts of the documentary they had narrated by an LA person and a Boston person. The LA person that they got to narrate the LA parts was Ice Cube. The Boston person they got to narrate the Boston parts was Donnie Wahlberg.
I kept telling Donnie, you gotta go out there. You gotta make some money if you're gonna live in this house. God damn it! Why didn't we have? I should have just made a team of all Mark Wahlberg.
Figure it out somehow.
I don't know if he's in continuity, man.
All right.
The Mark Wahlberg from the DC universe, the Mark Wahlberg from the Marvel universe, and the Mark Wahlberg from the Amalgam universe.
Kelly picks 3 shapeshifters, and then every one of them turns into Mark Wahlberg.
Well, you think some shit in my pants is gonna stop me? Well, guess again, motherfucker.
Yeah, I ate shit in my pants for breakfast.
Now watch out! I just shit your pants.
You gonna shit my pants? You gonna shit my pants, motherfucker? I don't think I can shit your pants.
Then I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna fuck your mom and shit in her pants.
You got kids? You got kids? I'll shit in your fucking kids' pants. All right, that's it. That's it. And on that note, let's go. Let's call it a
But
night.
I'm gonna do it when they're not in the room, like so I'm not in the list, you know.
Quite frankly, I've had enough legal trouble in my time. You know? But what's what? Let's just discover the pants with shit in them.
You're like late for school, trying to make the bus. All your pants are full of shit.
You know, you want to try and figure out who's shit in your pants? You call Tony Shalhoub. He'll just get Monk out there. I know him. You know, before they hired Tony Shalhoub, they said, "Hey, Mark, do you want to star in Monk?" And I said, "No, that's too close to Mark. Why don't you hire Tony Shalhoub?"
Email us. Popcast@PanelsOnPages.com.
Tony owes me his firstborn.
If you got a team going to the second round, check it out at zinc.org/basketball. Look what's going on. Tell us the reason why your team will win against your next round opponent. Email
Juan, Juggalo John, Joe Wang 1. You guys need to bring it.
Let us know what fictional products you want to have sponsored the next round. Tweet us, email us. We'll put it into the next round.
Wahlburgers.
Wahlburgers should absolutely sponsor the next round.
Definitely.
For sure.
And Lee, I hope that you fully utilize the Spectre's pants shitting ability in the future rounds.
Oh, there's no way we're not now. The Spectre will just have Mark Wahlberg shit their pants for them. Okay, all right. Popcast@PanelsOnPages.com or leave us a voicemail 616-951-1POP. We'll do it again next week. Man, shit, might be a little short notice. I was thinking we might want to, maybe next week if there's not a whole lot of news, nothing else going on, maybe we should watch Spider-Man. Because the Homecoming comes out the following weekend, I believe.
Well, we have time to watch a movie with all the basketball nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, we've got...
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and then we just talked about basketball for an hour and a half, so probably not.
I think let's pass on that.
This is almost a 3-hour show.
Another poop pants debacle.
You're going to have to work on Jose throughout the week, Lee, about this whole thing that he feels like women can't deal with poop on the court.
Yeah, because that's so fucking delicate, Jose.
Which Spider-Man? Which Spider-Man would we watch?
Take the Twitter and find me 2 chicks who can ball that are ready to fucking just get duped on all night.
You know what? Hang on. I just had an idea. Show meeting right now. We do a crossover episode and we watch the first episode of Japanese Spider-Man.
All right. That's not a bad idea.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Well, because we've got
that's just like 25 minutes.
Right.
Because Homecoming comes out July 8th, and 4th of July is a Tuesday, so that would
Right.
But if we wanted to pre-record a show like that Monday, or do a live show that Monday and do a Spider-Man, we could, or we can just skip that week.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I'm going to mention Jose on all of these tweets I find so that he can never acknowledge them.
Right.
All right, we'll figure it out. But next week, we're not going to watch the movie. But we might watch Japanese Spider-Man. That could be fun. So, yeah. But either way, we'll be back next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. Because this shit's working out. So, you know,
need to get
Jose's not going to sound like ass next week either. We're going to work that shit out.
Yeah, just need to get Jose and Mike, and we're golden.
We're going to do it. It's going to be good.
And someone needs to get back from the break on time next week.
2 diarrheas and a microphone.
All right, good night. Love you. Goodbye.
Oh, God. What's the end song? Fucks I give?
I've gotten to the thing.
Blood pressure is my middle name. The stress from these bastards is far from tame. These lame assholes stuck interrupting my pace. I'm not a vet. Get these pet peeves out of my face.
If society's ills and variety kills, then hope's dying faster than my sobriety will. I'm tired of shit with gold-plated iron and steel. If I'm breaking the codes, let me lie on the ground. Worn down patience with a rough edge. I pledge tonight roll until we bust heads.
Neck one tip and that's how I live. Couldn't fill a shot glass with the fucks I give.
Boil to the top, overflow where it ends. Who knows? Tomorrow we might make amends.
Until then I'm in the mode and that's how I live. Couldn't fill a shot glass with the fucks I give.
My capacity for caring, yo, it's nearing the Sahara. Baron, thanks for sharing, but I'm clearing my sclera. Not tapping out instead of shit, I shoot a para. Out the premises with Vera, Terra, etc. Hello, nurse, Edmond, doctor, PhDs. Read is these jokes OD in the 90s. Please hang on the line as I slam the receiver. You think it was important? Me neither.
I could really care less about your attitude. And I got news if you really want to battle, dude. I got better shit to do than to beat my chest. I played enough Donkey Kong, lay that ache to rest. Come on me like Ludo and I'll pop your rock. Come on me like Cobra Kai and watch the crane fly. Come at me like Frogger, I'll be a truck, that's just me. I couldn't really give a fuck.
Worn down patience with a rough edge. I pledge tonight roll until we bust heads.
Rough neck, one tip, and that's how I live. Couldn't fill a shot glass with the fucks I give.
Boil to the top, overflow where it ends. Who knows? Tomorrow we might make amends.
Until then I'm in a new mode and that's how I live.
I couldn't fill a shot glass with the fucks I give.
Today is not my day, and I wish you would just fade away. I could give 2 shits the size of totem poles, and I would feed all these trolls like they're toilet bowls. Haters think that their words are important to know. I'll only listen half as good as Vincent Van Gogh.
Answer to the memes with an apathy dream. Cause I'll shatter your teams like antimatter machines. Believe he won't snap and act like a fiend. That's consequences / actions of a bastard to be. Me? I wrote a song for you to write it in your room. Status quo, you see me dying to confuse. The fume's already burning, find a quiet for the boom. Give in so you can try a steady diet of the fumes.
Go ahead, kid. Ask me if I care. I dare you. Double dare, triple dog dare you run. Put your ass straight to the kill. You didn't catch me at a time that I wanted to be gentle.
Worn down patience with a rough edge. I pledge tonight won't end till we bust heads.
A rough neck, one tip, and that's how I live. Couldn't fill a fucking thimble with the fucks I give.
Worn down patience with a rough edge. I pledge tonight won't end till we bust heads.
Rough neck, one tip, and that's how I live. Couldn't fill a shot glass with the fucks I give.
Boil to the top, overflow where it ends. Who knows? Tomorrow we might make amends.
Until then I'm in a new mode, and that's how I live. I couldn't fill a shot glass with the fucks I give. Today is not my day, and I wish you would just fade away. Today is not my day, and I wish you would just fade away. Today is not my day, and I wish you would just fade away. Today my day, and I wish you would just fade away.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo!